Y'all ready? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest one-man show in history. It's the Dusty Smith Show, and as always, how the fuck do I do it, folks? Another packed-ass show, probably 3 hours tonight, just like every show lately. Been 3 hours, working my ass off to entertain you guys. I love you. Hope you appreciate it. Gonna talk about Ron DeSantis doing a little bit of that human trafficking. Totally normal. Gonna cover some trash world, all kinds of bad things happening. You British people, weird as fuck with all this Queen shit. Big, long, beyond parody. Gotta finish this off as we do. A little bit of slow news week, but gotta go ahead and get it started, or else we're never gonna get it finished. But remember, all the super chats are gonna be read at halftime. You know how the super chats work. You click down over here somewhere on the chat. I don't know where it is. I don't do it, but you guys will figure it out, and I read everything you guys say. So the more you donate, the more serious I take your questions. So buy my love on the super chats, lifeblood of the show. Great way to support the show. Gotta read them all at halftime. Get them in early and often. But for now, open your hymnals to page 1, because it's time, fo. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious motherfucking bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Just the guys now, it's time for religious bullshit. Boom! The title needs to be up there a little quicker. It needs to, when it says boom, the title needs to be there immediately a little bit. It needs a slight change. But anyway, first off, all religious bullshit. The hate preachers are back, and of fucking course they are. They doing what they do. They gotta grift. Gotta make that money, yo, by demonizing gay people, trans people. It's always the same game plan with these guys. It's amazing they can come out and say the same fucking thing week in and week out and make bank. But that's religion for you. It never changes. It's like war. War never changes. Only religion. Same shit. Anyway, this time it's Aaron Thompson, and he wants you guys to know that the Bible means everything it says, but sometimes you just got to use gay slurs. Even though they're not in the Bible, it's important to make gay people feel as low as you possibly can, because there's no hate like Christian love. Let's have a look.
And so what the inspired word is in this book is the right word.
Amen.
Amen.
We shouldn't be ashamed of it. And you're like, well, what about fag? You say fag or you say faggot. It's like, yeah, but when you say sodomite, most of the time people don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
It's not like everybody outside reads the Bible. It's not like a real popular word. You could say homosexual, but it doesn't have the negative connotation that it should have.
Not mean enough.
Because the negative connotation that it should have is that they're a bunch of freaks, and that God pronounces the death penalty upon them in Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Cool. Yes, also says the same thing about adulterers. So, you want to put Trump to death, right? Right. You don't? You're a giant fucking hypocrite? Get out of town. But, yep, show that Christian love. Like, I actually am thankful for these people. I know it sounds strange, but they are murdering religion, which is pretty cool. You guys might be making a few quick bucks for yourself, but you're killing it. So, thank you for your service. And here's another example of that. Christian hate preacher Tanner Fuhr wants you to know, hey, man, it's not enough that you just don't wear skinny jeans in real life. No. You also can't wear spiritual skinny jeans, because there's nothing worse than skinny jeans. I think we can all agree on that. Bell bottoms, peak of fashion. Jesus loves him some bell bottoms, but skinny jeans, hell no. Those are for the devil. And also, they're so bad, you can have spiritual skinny jeans. Your soul can be wearing skinny jeans, and that just doesn't look good on your frame. I don't care what your weight is. So anyway, let's have this genetic specimen explain it all to us.
You know, it's really easy to amen sermons, you know, when the preacher is preaching hard against all these effeminate queer baits out here that wear skinny jeans and they're just trying to attract as many faggots as they possibly can, right? But how many of you are actually the spiritual skinny jeans wearer when you go back to your house? You're wearing that mini skirt when you go back home.
Okay, there's a big difference between a mini skirt and skinny jeans, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
The spiritual mini skirt.
Oh no, not the spiritual mini skirt. Oh my God. Even my spirit is transphobic. What the fuck? Get over yourself, spirit. Wear that mini skirt with style. I'll be rocking a fucking spiritual mini skirt. No panties, y'all. You know you love it. And then Pastor Jim Ken, as normal, having a normal one. People are like, Dusty, can you translate this for me? Of course I can. This is so obvious. Okay, so first off, there's Philip and Diana, right? So Philip is a virus, obviously, and he's a reincarnation of a virus. And then Diana's from the Spencer house. She's cool, though. But then Prince Charles, Order of the Garter. You don't want to wear garter. It's like a spiritual miniskirt. It's bad. And then there's the Masons and the Rothschilds. The Illuminati, it's evil. And then Brit-ish. It's the ish of the Brits. It means covenant man, of course. And then Brit-ain obviously means covenant of the land. And then TBN. And then the lion equals Satan, even though I'm pretty sure the Bible calls Jesus the lion a lot. Don't think about it. And then there's a bear, and then a horns on the Antichrist, which is England. But man also equals Antichrist and unicorns and Israel. So I'm hoping that was all very clear. I don't think I can explain it any clearer than that. Fucking idiots. And then, grifters gone grift. Yo, here's Trump's favorite pastor. This guy we exposed before because he lied about his military service and his education and his job. So, of course, he the darling of the right, and I love these preachers who are pretending they're so badass. This dude hadn't seen his dick in several decades. He would get winded going to the fucking bathroom, but he's a badass, y'all. Don't fuck with him. He gonna take you down with him.
I'm coming here to declare war on every demonic, demon-possessed Democrat.
How about declaring war on gluttony? Pretty sure that's one of the sins. No? Okay.
That comes from the gates of hell.
That's me.
I can't hear nobody, America.
Woo! I come from the gates of hell.
Are you standing with me? Say yeah.
I am not. I am standing
Are you standing with me? Shout yeah.
I am behind you with a knife in my hand.
Are you standing with Donald J. Trump? Shout yeah.
I am not. No, sir.
Are you ready for him to come back?
I am not ready for that. No, thank you.
I'm coming here to declare
anyway, same old shit, different day. Maybe tax these motherfuckers? Just saying. Church has just become a political convention from the same people that are always like, you made it political. Why is everything got to be so political? They're 100% political all the fucking time. What they mean is, why do you have to make things political? It's different than we do it. And Blobfish! Oh my God, I'm so happy to see Blobfish. I could pee a little bit. Just did. Anyway, he back with the QAnon conspiracy theorist, Dave Hayes. And want you guys to know that the military should go to the White House. They should arrest Joe Biden. They should throw him out of office. And they should put somebody new, Donald Trump, into the White House. But it's not a coup. It's not a coup, folks. It's not a coup because we said it wasn't. All we have to do is lie and then immediately not a coup anymore. That's how it works.
I think it's going to come down to a decision where President Trump is going to have to get the assistance of the military.
Wow.
That's just my belief. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about a military coup.
You are.
Yeah. I'm talking about my belief is that President Trump devolved the federal government before he left office. Uh-huh. And if he devolved the government,
he didn't.
And if the 2020 election was actually stolen, and especially if it was stolen by a foreign country like China,
it was not.
It was an act of war.
It isn't.
And we do not have a constitutionally elected president right now.
We do.
Yeah. And if we don't have a constitutionally elected president, we're in we've been in a constitutional crisis for a long time. It's
Well,
much
and
more-
that's how you're saying that's how it's not possible for it to be a coup if the
Right.
military steps in. It's more a description of, I don't know what words you use, but it's not a
Coup. That's
coup.
what
It's
you-
not a
it's a
takeover.
It's not a coup, because
yeah.
a coup is when the military
motherfuckers.
removes a
Yeah.
duly elected
Right.
And that's
president.
100% what you're calling
We're not talking about that.
It is exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about a coup. I understand why you don't want to admit that, because that makes you a traitor, which you are, but I understand why you don't want to admit that you're a traitor, because we do bad things to traitor in this country. I would hide that too if I were you. Just call yourself a patriot, as you're the worst fucking traitor the country has ever seen. Typical Christian bullshit. And did you guys see this one? Man, this teacher, not only horny, but super thirsty. Teacher at Christian school arrested after twerking on student at prom. What? You know you're supposed to save room for the Holy Spirit, young lady. A teacher at Point Grace School in Florida was arrested for sexually inappropriate behavior with a child. So first off, she was trying to sex one of her students. She was like, yeah, my husband's gone. Come over and fuck this pussy. Get some deep dish. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, so they fired her for that. And then they found out, oh, hey, she was the chaperone at a prom. And the teachers at the Christian school brought a bunch of booze, because of course they did. And they were going to drink the booze all together after the prom. Wink, wink. And she just so happened to see some hot young stud in one of her classes that she wanted to get drunk as fuck. So she was like, tee-hee, have some alcohol. And she tried to force her alcohol-covered straw in his mouth. And he was really uncomfortable. And then she went up to him and was twerking all over him. And they were like, hey, quit twerking on him. And she was like, no, my humps, my lovely lady lumps. And anyway, so they arrest her, Might not want to do that, teachers. Might want to, I don't know, get yourself some kind of dating profile. It ain't hard to get dick, especially if you're a girl or a woman, a young lady. Even grandmas can get it. Where you at, grandmas? So anyway, don't do that, I guess, is the moral of the story, but you're fired and in jail, so too late for you. And then, Apostle Guillermo McDonato. Nailed that name. Apparently wants you guys know that all the time this happens where God regrows breast, because, if you cut your breast off because you have to have breast reduction surgery, God hates that. God gave you those tickle bitties for a reason. No, you don't cut those tickle bitties off, ladies. Those are gifts from God. They'll grow them back, and legs, fingers, gallbladders, hearts. When you're missing a heart but you're still alive, God just regrows that shit. Hair, obviously, your hair grows back anyway. What the fuck you talking about? But anyway, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation that we don't ever see this on video, and no doctor has ever recorded this or documented it. Let's see if he can explain it to us.
And then he said, tell the people, I want to create new organs.
Okay.
And I call out all the person that need a gallbladder, new knee, and a lot of people came to the altar. And among those people came a lady that her two breasts, had been removed 17 years ago because of cancer. And I asked her, what do you need from God? He goes, I need my two breasts.
I need my tickle bitties.
She fell on the floor. When she got up, she was screaming. She had her laughing, rejoicing, crying. And I said, what happened? She goes, I got my two breasts.
They're D's now. They were C's before. God hooked me up. And of course, this was at a church, so you have footage of this, I'm assuming?
Yeah. The Lord showed me that he already assigned angels to bring those new organs.
I need a bigger dick, God. God! My dick didn't fall off, but if it could be bigger, not much bigger, it's pretty big, grandmas. But just 3 or 4 more inches, God, please. Nope, didn't happen.
For the people to receive it. And I always tell the people, make sure you receive it, because otherwise that angel is going to take that organ back to heaven.
Don't take my dick back to heaven, angel. Where you at? Please, I need it. I need it for the grandmas.
And I've seen it before, one breast, but not two breasts.
One breast, that was just normal, but 2? That was some crazy banana shit there.
There was somebody that had an accident and they cut off one of his legs.
Oh, shit.
And, he said he was watching. And then suddenly he felt the presence coming out of the TV.
Oh, snap.
And then he said, I believe my leg is going to grow back. And then he says, suddenly the presence fell. And then he said he felt his leg grew back.
So he went to the doctor and he has documentation of this that we can all see for ourselves. Please?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I think I remember a video where a finger grew, didn't
No,
it?
you don't.
Yeah,
Where?
fingers. I've seen hair grew back.
Well, everybody's hair grows back. I mean, not everybody. Some people have to have like hair reconstruction surgery. Some people.
Fingers grew back. I've seen internal organs.
How did
Like
you
that.
see an internal organ grow back? I call bullshit on that. You got x-ray vision? You nasty.
Bladders, like all kinds of hearts, new hearts. So we've been seeing
How
all
they live
kinds
without a heart?
of that kind of miracles.
Yeah, no you haven't. Proof! Didn't provide any. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Starting to believe it might all be bullshit, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not there yet. And then, in MAGA land, apparently they had some kind of a MAGA meeting, Awaken America, and totally normal. Those of you who are saying this is a cult, you're full of shit.
Your word says the sun will not smite us by day or the moon by night. It shows the sun and the moon have ability to smite. And I call on the sun and the moon. I call on the earth. I call on the seas. I call on all of creation. Arise and fight. Fight for the nation. Fight for the people. Fight for humanity. In the name of Jesus, let the earth open and swallow them. Let the earth open and swallow them in their meetings. In the name of Jesus. Father, when they gather, we set confusion among them. They will begin to fight and destroy one another like in the days of Jehoshaphat. In the name of Jesus, let them begin to fight. Let them begin to fight and destroy one another.
So, of course, this is the demon semen lady who Trump retweeted when he was president and said she was very impressive. Her credentials are very impressive. So, yeah, why wouldn't the president of the United States be retweeting this lady? Yay! Super cool. Say all the old members. Let's let them fight.
Arise, oh God.
Arise, oh God.
Arise, oh God.
I need to tell you, oh
Let
God.
your enemies scatter.
I have to tell you, oh God, what you should do. It's not like you're all powerful and all knowing or anything. You need to take my advice. And also, apparently it was an event with Mike Lindell, you know, the mind pillow guy, and definitely not in any way creepy, y'all.
We declare that we stand against wokeness, the occult, and every evil attempt against our nation.
So, MAGA?
We declare and we now take back our God-given freedoms according to our Constitution.
Okay, that was always a choice.
We declare that we take back influence at the local level in our communities.
You guys have all the influence already? Okay.
We decree that we take back and permanently control positions of influence and leadership in each of the 7 mountains.
I didn't care about those mountains, no way, so go ahead.
We decree that the blood of Jesus covers and protects our nation.
Well, that's creepy
it
as fuck.
It protects and separates us for God.
Blood is not very protecting.
We declare that our nation is energy independent.
We declare bankruptcy! You can't just say bankruptcy, guys. We didn't say it. We declared it. So, hey, apparently we are energy independent now. Good job, guys. Way to cast those magical spells. Definitely working. And then, on religious bullshit, Lauren Boebert is back. And I know this is also going to be shocking, but this woman who got her GED like a week before she was elected into Congress doesn't know the definitions of common words, even words that appear lots of times in the Bible, like wanton. Wanton is a word that she should know because it means cruel on purpose, which is a perfect description of her. and all conservatives, but of course, she don't know what it means. She thinks it's wonton or something. She thinks it has something to do with fucking Chinese food, or y'all. Don't eat the Chinese food. Apparently, they're gonna kill you.
And then all hell broke loose. Rampant, evil, grabbing and grasping, vicious backstabbing. They made life hell on earth with their envy, wonton killing. I don't know what a wonton killing is. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But it sounds interesting. I don't think I want to be a part of it.
You are. You are a part of all of it. You are as wanton as it gets. Trash human. And of course, there's a reason that these Congress people are hanging out with con artists. One of the biggest con artists out there is Jesse Duplantis. He has 4 private jets, but they work with each other. She appears in pictures with him, which gives him credibility. Hey, this guy's hanging out with Congress people. He's legit. And of course, he goes out there and tells his congregation that he's grifted off of that they should vote Republican. So they vote for her. So birds of a feather, grift together. Marriage made in hell. And then, just the last one, 2 more. Oh, shit, this is awesome. This was going to go into my hero section, but I didn't put it in the hero section. I put it in the religious bullshit section because it's about Jesus. But apparently, somebody put out a new campaign ad for Republican Jesus. I don't know who made this, but this is fucking great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Republican Jesus.
Truly I say unto you, whoever welcomes one of these little ones in my name might be letting in a murderer or a drug. Let's get her to a detention center, you know, so we can figure out what's going on.
GOP Jesus.
I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. And behold, now I'm all lazy and entitled. You shouldn't have done that. Do unto others as you suspect they might want to do unto you. What is a man profited if he gain the whole world but lose his soul? A lot. He has profited a lot. 1 soul for the whole world, that is an amazing deal. Why do you look at the speck of dust in your brother's eye but ignore the plank in your own? Because of her emails. Yes. If a man strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him and shoot him. That is the law. If you want to be perfect, go. Sell all the possessions that you have and give the money to a solid mutual fund. By this, they will know that you are my disciples. That you say, Merry Christmas! Christ! Christmas! That's my name in there, and I put it in there because I wanted it in there so we can all celebrate Big Boy Jesus' birthday time! Okay? Okay.
Rabbi, surely you can heal me.
My child, of course I could. But who would pay for it?
What? I don't understand. I don't have any money.
Yes, it is a sad story, but it does not make me responsible. It is super duper easy for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. The richer, the better, really. Maybe get a solid gold house, just to be sure. Love your neighbor as yourself. Unless you are better than your neighbor, then tell them that they're weird and you do not want to bake them a cake. You have heard it said, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say to you, any man who looks upon a woman with lust in his heart should go ahead and do what he's gotta do.
Lord, your followers grow hungry and we have only this fish and bread.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, I know it's old, it's like 2016, but it went super viral again recently. So I thought I would share that with you guys. And one more! This is what I was telling you guys. They are killing their own religion. Yes, the con men are making big bucks in the short term, but in the long term, Christianity is dying. Christians are on track to lose their majority status because they're pushing decent people out of their club. Same thing has happened to Republicans. The only way they can roll is by minority. According to Stephanie Kramer, our new projections show U.S. Christians are on track to lose their majority status within a few decades. If recent trends continue, they're going to accelerate, not just continue, in my opinion. Driven mostly by young people leaving the faith, because you guys are jokes. I don't even have to try hard. This show writes itself. All I do is play clips of you guys, and young people are not as dumb as old people are. The new generations are growing up on the internet. They're much more astute, intelligent than their boomer fucking parents, and they know how fucking embarrassing you are. So they're fleeing, and good. Thank you for your service, shitheads. And that is my religious bullshit. What's up, whores? How you guys doing? Good to see you tonight. Missed you. This is my kind of Jesus. Classic GOP Jesus. You gotta love it. The internet where religion goes to die. I know, right? Same as it's always been. I think it's going to die out faster than that. Me too. I think it's going to accelerate. Punctuated equilibrium. Damn, that's the spitting fire. I'm doing what I do. Thank you for your honesty. And all right, moving right along. Got a long show ahead for you guys. Get your super chats in, because now it's time for Dresswell, Dresswell, dumpster fire, hellish, Dresswell, Dresswell, everything sucks all of the time, Dresswell, Dresswell. And first off, what the fuck is wrong with you British motherfuckers? Apparently people waiting 14 hours in line to see a coffin? Okay, dudes, this is fucking religion. I'm sorry. First, I had a bunch of British people messaging me and being like, yeah, I love the Queen. I don't know what your problem is, Dusty. They don't even have any fucking real power. And then I pointed out a whole bunch of real fucking power they actually had. Seems like kind of a cult. What is wrong with you people? Man, I wouldn't even wait 14 hours in line to see my own mother's coffin. All right, I'm not going to my mom's funeral. You know why? Because she ain't there. Once my mom dies, she fucking dead, yo. The body ain't her. So, don't make any goddamn sense. But it's like a religion, right? You guys have been brought up to believe this shit is good and normal somehow when it's really fucking primitive. Having giant privileges and power simply based on bloodlines that I guess you're going to continue for fucking ever? Yeah, 10 million years from now, same family, has power still, because why the fuck not? All makes total fucking sense, you morons. And yeah, Tear for Mourners waiting to see the Queen says, I'm crying most days. Wow, fuck that bitch. You didn't know her, and I guarantee you, she didn't give a fuck about you. God damn it, bootlickers. What is your problem? And even the church, man, Catholic Church is like, hey, I know you guys have food banks open to help the poor and stuff, but maybe we should close the food banks helping the poor out of respect for the dead Queen, because she's dead as fuck. I'm sure she would appreciate us not feeding the hungry and homeless and poor. Just makes sense. God damn it. It's a religion. Grow up, England. And also, what the fuck is the British people's problem with Meghan Markle? I'm starting to think, is it racism? I don't even know. I see shit like this all the time. The smirk. So before I read the rest of it, I'm just looking at the picture. She's just standing there. She ain't doing fucking shit. She literally just standing there. Look at that bitch just standing there minding her own fucking business. What is your problem? Anyway, the smirk. She couldn't care less. Even holding hands again, walking out, no class. What? I don't know much about Meghan Markle, but she seemed like she got a lot of fucking class to me. Got a whole lot more class than all you other inbred motherfuckers. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the royal family, but you know who I know a little bit about? Fucking Meghan Markle. Even before she married Richie Rich redheaded dude. I was watching that show where she was a lawyer. I guess, was she a lawyer in that show? Lawyer's assistant, where the fuck she was. And even me and my friend Steven, We haven't talked about how beautiful a woman is since like Pamela Anderson back in the 80s, since we were kids. And even we were like, have you seen that Meghan Markle? Holy shit, that girl is fucking beautiful. And I was like, I know, it's crazy. So anyway, all you motherfuckers over there lucky she even graces your fucking nation with her gorgeousness. Anyway, apparently they hate her for some reason, and I have no idea why, Black. So anyway, grow up, England. She's cool. And then, on the trash world, even Dave Rubin in love with the Royals now. Conservatives, their whole shtick is just be a contrarian. And apparently some people are shitting on the Queen. So they're like, suddenly, oh, we love the Queen. We love the British royalty. It's not like Americans have ever had a problem with British ruling us, have we? Not that I can remember. Always been copacetic with the fucking British. So anyway, here's Dave Rubin.
She lived with grace and decency, and we can all talk about whether a monarchy is worth it or not. And in some ways, I think right now we're seeing proof that monarchies have some value because they last over time. And
what? Yeah, that's the logic for you. Hey, we're starting to see some proof that cancer is valuable. Cancer been around for fucking ever. Why would cancer be around forever if it wasn't beneficial to society? Okay, checkmate, stupid anti-royalist.
Instead of just the crazed sort of politicking of the day. But okay, putting all of that aside, it's just so incredible. She lived.
It's so incredible. It's amazing. Nah, fuck the royal family. Fuck all that bullshit. It's dumb. They're like, hey, they bring in so much money in tourism. Hey, I got an idea. Abolish the royal family and then open up all those royal buildings to tourism. Like they do ruins and coliseums and shit. See how much fucking tourism you get then, motherfuckers. You just seize all their land, all their money, then you get that money, and then open up all their buildings to tourism and you get all that money. Fuck, I just made all you motherfuckers a shit ton of money. You gonna listen to me? No? Why not? Because you're a cult? Fuck y'all. And then, all right, so this one's bad. Warning, I don't know how much I'm gonna show this, but this has death in it, and it's very, very sad. Holy God. So it's another week and another police execution. Folks, I cannot stress this enough. The police are not your friends. Do not call the police unless it is a absolute 100% emergency. No other situation. So this kid, 22-year-old, got his truck stuck on the side of the road. And for some reason, he decided to call the cops to help him get unstuck. So they show up, pull guns on him, and he's terrified. Doesn't want to leave the car because he's seen how police treat people. He was afraid they were going to abuse him, maybe kill him. He's even outside of the car doing, I love you, please don't hurt me to them. Please don't hurt me. So, of course, they murder him. God, this is so fucking terrible. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but here he is. Christian Glass, January 3rd, 2000. To so-and-so. This total incident lasted about an hour. This is a condensed version. So he, like I said, he calls the police because
Hello, 911.
I'm in a vehicle. My vehicle got stuck in a really bad way.
Yeah, he should have called a tow truck. What the fuck? He got himself killed because he called the cops instead of a tow truck.
Are there any weapons that you're aware of?
I have a weapon on me. I will throw them out the window as soon as an officer gets here. I have 2 knives and a hammer, and a rubber mallet. I guess that's a weapon.
Okay.
And some stones I could throw. But I'm not dangerous. I will keep my hands completely visible.
Both cars, be advised, this party is stating that he has weapons in the vehicle with him, 2
right
knives,
there.
a hammer, and a
Just
rubber
got him killed by
mallet.
saying
He did
that.
state that he would throw them out of the window as soon as officers got on scene to make you feel
So,
safe.
of course, the God men come out.
No, dude. We're not going to shoot you, but we need you to come here.
They are going to shoot you. They did shoot
Stop.
you.
Take the keys out of the car. Take the keys out of the ignition now. Take
Christian
the keys
removes
out of
the
the
keys
ignition.
from the ignition
Put them
and
on the
places
dash.
them on the dashboard like he was told. After speaking with Christian for less than 1 minute and 30 seconds, the officer eventually shoots and kills Christian, threatens to forcibly remove Christian from the vehicle.
please push me out, ram me out, and I'll follow you to a police station. Can you do that?
For what?
Why are we doing this?
You need to step out of the car now. Step out of the car now. That's a lawful order. Step out of the car, you'll be removed from the vehicle. Step out now. You don't need to be terrified. We're out here to try and help you and have a conversation.
They're about to kill you.
Okay?
Be terrified.
You crashed your car.
I crashed, yeah.
Okay. What did you take tonight? Any drugs?
So I smoked, I've been, what's that?
Don't worry about it. Focus on me.
Okay, I'm so scared.
You already said you have weapons in the vehicle.
You're not communicating clearly with me, I don't understand what's going on.
Because you already said you have weapons in the car.
Okay, I'm gonna pass them out. Can I throw them
No, do not throw them out. Do not touch them. Do not reach for them. I want you out of the vehicle now.
I understand that.
Step out.
So anyway, the God men murder him. I'm not going to show you, but that's what fucking happened. They just execute him because that's what they fucking do. And don't worry, folks. They'll investigate themselves, and then there'll be a huge cash settlement paid by us to the family. As always, it's never going to fucking change till we tear this whole goddamn system down and rebuild it from scratch. Just so goddamn crazy. What is wrong with this country? Here's another example. LAPD get called out about a white suspect violating a protection order. Instead of looking for the suspect, 10 LAPD cops chose to attack a random black man who was taking out his trash. Because of course they did. And they act like he's the crazy one because he doesn't immediately obey every word the God men say. A woman had called the cops on her white boyfriend. These two LAPD cops absolutely no idea who they were looking for. Probably.
Turn around for me. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around because I told you to. Turn around.
Fuck you.
Bro, I live here. All right, we got a call.
Cause I said so. You gotta obey. I'm the God man.
Okay, man. I don't know who I'm looking for yet. Come on, step. Turn around, man.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm looking for yet. So let me just handcuff everybody I see till I find the person. Cause you're all criminals until I decide you're not.
Turn around, dude. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? What is your problem? Get up against the wall.
Look what you're doing to me.
Jeez. Hey, Michelle! Jeez, dude. What are you doing?
Michelle!
Stop.
Hey, yo, Michelle!
Jeez.
Yo, you're looking for the people.
He's like acting like that guy's crazy. What are you doing? We're just handcuffing you and abusing you. Why don't you not let us?
I don't know. Relax. Dog, you ask me.
Relax as we abuse you and violate your rights. And of course, black folks are scared for a reason. They're scared when a bunch of white cops just roll up on you and abuse you for no fucking reason. That hasn't led to good things. So yeah, they're terrified. God damn it, America. Never gonna end though, yo. It's always gonna be this way. I don't foresee it ever fucking ending. And here's a great example of why it's never gonna fucking end. So this cop put out this video herself where she admits they have the right to break the law, and if you don't get out of the way of the God men and women when they're driving up behind you, they'll just find an excuse to harass you. Doesn't matter if you've done anything wrong or not. We'll just abuse our power anyway, because we're the God people.
PSA to everyone out there. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way.
Fuck you.
If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way. I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't.
I go 90 miles an hour. Fuck the law. I can do what I want to. I'm a God person. Fuck you, peons. You work for me. I own you. Do what you're told.
You can't do that. So get the out of the way. If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over.
Yeah, we'll find a reason.
So you might as well get the out of the way.
Get the fuck out of our way. We're going to abuse our power. Totally normal. We're making videos just admitting it.
Super simple.
Super simple, yo. Yeah, it is super simple. You're a criminal. You're a fucking bitch. But don't worry, folks. The cops fired her immediately when they saw this video. They were like, no, you cannot represent us so poorly, and immediately they suspended her for 10 hours only. She was back on the job the next fucking day. Yep. Because fuck us all. We're just fodder for the God men and women. We have no recourse. They could literally admit to abusing their power, setting us up, breaking the law. Here's a slap on the wrist. 10 hours. Here's a day off. Enjoy your spa day. Welcome back. Everything working as intended, folks. Nothing to see here. And they're just cartoonishly fucking evil, folks. I actually had to look this up to see if this was true, and I'm going to show you it is true. Florida cop looked at a girl's naked photos on her phone while driving her to juvie. He was so distracted that he hit a deer. He then gave the girl half of his sandwich, told her that sandwich wasn't free, then handcuffed her, groped her butt and breast, and suggested a threesome with her mom. Like, holy shit. I wish I was making this up, folks. But I'm not. Fuck, I thought I had it. Oh, it's in the article. All right, let me see here. So, yeah. This officer, well, he got in trouble before. He's already done a lot of bad things, hassling black youths and asking for ID, abusing his authority. This doughy fucking motherfucker. Look at this loser. All he has in his life is to abuse his authority, to feel important, to feel like a big man about himself. But, yeah. I had enough info to fire Newport Richie officer, chief says. It was unfathomable that what she had alleged had occurred with someone that had 15 years of experience as an officer with an unblemished career. Wink, wink. The girl alleged he then, he was driving her to juvie. He had her phone for some reason. So he's driving, looking at her phone, looking through her text messages, finds her Instagram. I guess it's unlocked because it's her phone. So he's looking through her DMs on her Instagram because cool, why not? God men can do fucking anything they want to do. Finds a naked picture of this teen girl, starts looking at it, gets aroused, hits a fucking deer while he's looking at naked pictures of her. Then he pulls over to check on the car, and then he turns his camera off, of course, gets the girl out of the car, and sexually assaults her. So, did they do anything to him? No, they just fired him, and they said there was not enough evidence to charge him with the crime. Because of fucking course they didn't have any evidence. I had a preponderance of evidence, but I didn't have a probable cause, Bogart said. According to the report, Lubrino denied looking at inappropriate videos and photos of the teen. He also denied fondling the girl. Bogart said the department will fully investigate any allegations. It was important that she reported it, but we're not actually going to do anything except for fire him. We're not going to put him in fucking jail or anything. Just crazy, folks. Makes you not even want to leave the house. But I hope if you remember only one thing from this show, it is never call the police. They are not your friends. They are not here to help you. Only if you have no fucking other choice. And all right, that's enough ACAB shit. Be sure to spam that chat with ACAB. They goddamn deserve it. And so the libs of TikTok is one of these stochastic terrorism accounts that posts lies and misinformation about trans and gay people in order to increase the danger for them. That's really their only purpose. They make money doing it, of course, because that's conservatism. They get rewarded continuously for harming our society because that's all they got. That's who they are. So anyway, NBC, the FBI has made an arrest in connection with a hoax bomb threat against Boston Children's Hospital. So libs of TikTok posted a lot of lies about Boston Children's Hospital, and then one of the crazy people that read their account sent in bomb threats. So of course they got to pretend like, Who could have possibly have done this? They said, this is great news. Threats of violence should always be taken seriously. Wink, wink. We are grateful the FBI tracked this person down, who we are the ones who inspired and fired up. But we're disappointed the media had no interest in helping them. They never once mentioned the cash reward we offered. Yeah, we caused the problem, and then we pretended to give a cash award to act like we had nothing to do with it. But we're trying to find the guilty ones who did this. Who could possibly be responsible? Yes, they do think the people that follow them are that stupid, because they are. You can't get any dumber than Republicans. And here's another example of the type of person libs of TikTok are inspiring to do violence. I told you about this story before, but this guy has pled guilty now. Man who threatened Merriam-Webster with anti-LGBTQ violence pleads guilty. Imagine being so brainwashed with anti-woke indoctrination that you threaten the fucking dictionary and are gonna do 10 years for it. Imagine being this motherfucker. A California man admitted this week to threatening to attack the offices of Merriam-Webster and kill its editors in a string of violent messages targeting the inclusion of gender identity in the dictionary's definition of female and girl. Jeremy David Hansen pled guilty in federal court in Massachusetts to one count of interstate communication of threatening communications. The 34-year-old from Rosemere, California, also pled guilty to an identical charge in federal court on Tuesday for allegedly sending threats to the president of the University of North Texas and students who support transgender rights. He wrote to them, "Every member of our community has a right." Well, no, that's not him. What did he say? Let me see if I can find it here. "I am going to shoot up and bomb your offices for lying and creating fake definitions in order to pander to the tranny mafia," he wrote in one message, according to the court documents. "Boys aren't girls and girls aren't boys. The only good Marxist is a dead Marxist. I will assassinate your top editor, you sickening, vile tranny frigs." That's right. We're the bad guys here, aren't we? Totally fucking normal. And his mama was like, "He's a good boy." His mother told that her son had become fixated on transgender issues and is prone to what she described as verbal hyperbole, according to the documents. She said she believed he would not act on his threats because he is reclusive. She supervises him, and he has no access to weapons. That's what they always say until they shoot up a school or murder somebody. "He was such a good boy. He was so quiet. I can't believe he did it." Well, believe it, motherfucker. This kind of shit happens all the time. This is where this hateful misinformation spread by accounts like Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh ends up. Yes, not everybody that follows them is going to go out and do something violent, but there are fringes. The crazy people on the fringes absolutely do believe the shit you guys put out there. They aren't mentally equipped to handle it, and they will violently lash out. We've seen this time and time and time again, which is why it's so fucking dangerous. And folks, this is a sad story. I actually watched the video. I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I watched the video of this guy getting killed this week. Instagram post of rapper PNB Rock at Roscoe's may have led to killing. So this guy was a rapper, and his girlfriend said, "Hey, me and my boyfriend are going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles." And he was wearing jewelry, expensive ass jewelry. And I guess they knew he was there, and somebody walked up and just blew him away and first jewelry. I don't know if they fucking got anything, but there's video of it. You can watch this guy sit there and bleed out on the floor at Roscoe and Chicken and Waffles, because this is a goddamn hellscape we live in. And it reminded me of something that happened to me. And this is actually a teachable moment on why you should not flaunt your wealth out in public. It is very dangerous to do so. So, about 6 months ago, I was reading an article about this rich asshole who was bragging about all these expensive watches he has. And I was looking at these watches, and I was like, those watches are ugly as shit. In fact, I would not know if those watches were fake or if those watches were real. Not like I have a jeweler's loop, not like I'm taking his watch off and examining it. If you showed me a watch and told me, hey, this is a $50,000 watch, I had no choice but to believe you because I don't fucking know. And so then I was thinking to myself, hey, I bet I could buy a watch from Amazon for $20 and just tell people it was a $50,000 watch and nobody would know the fucking difference. So I went on Amazon and I bought this watch. And it looks exactly the same as the watches that guy was wearing and bragging about. I paid $20 for this. And I was thinking to myself, hey, I'm going to start wearing this and just telling people that this is a $20,000 to $50,000 watch and see what people say. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, wait a minute. What if somebody believes me? What if somebody actually thinks this is an expensive watch? What if I end up dying over a $20 watch? And so I'll put this motherfucker in my drawer and I've never worn it and will never fucking wear that. That's why when I go fucking out, I wear just shorts, t-shirts, flip-flops. Don't flaunt my wealth at all because it's dangerous as shit, especially in this day and age. So don't do that. Bad idea. And then, so depressing, this goddamn trash world we're in. So Alex Jones is involved in yet another, I guess it's the part of the lawsuit where they decide how much he's going to owe the families for claiming that the school shooting didn't actually happen. But they were showing how many impressions and engagements he got around the time where he was claiming the Sandy Hook shooting didn't actually take place. And holy God, it's depressing at the sheer numbers this motherfucker was doing. 4 billion impressions, 42 million post engagements, 29 million link clicks. And I was going to talk a little bit about how effective lying is for making money on the internet. And there's good reasons for it. So first off, you gain a lot of attention for lying. The crazier the lie, the more eyeballs you draw in. And then people criticize you for lying. They're saying, this is obviously a fucking lie. You're a horrible person for going out and lying. And so then the fact that people are criticizing you gives you even more eyeballs because the people that criticize you give you eyeballs. And then they play the victim for being criticized for lying. They're like, oh my God, look at all the people attacking me. Look at all the people trying to cancel me. And they play the victim, which then lets them double dip on the lie and get even more clicks and likes. Which is why lying is so unbelievably lucrative on the internet. And it's why conservative media does so well. While they seem to be dominating YouTube, Facebook, like every day, 9 out of 10 of the top interactions on Facebook are conservative. And this is the fucking reason. Kind of hurts my feelings because like I worked so hard on the show. Like I worked up to the very last minute right before I went on air of the show because it takes forever to get the show together. And I went to my Twitter and advertised the show. I got like 12 likes. These motherfuckers will say, you know, I like beans and get 30 million likes. It's just kind of dispiriting, but at least I can sleep at night. I refuse to lie for money. So fuck these guys. And did you guys hear about Brett Favre? Holy God, what a fucking piece of shit scumbag. Brett Favre stole $5 million from Mississippi to build a new stadium for his daughter. I think it was $8 million. Dude is worth $110 million. The median annual income in Jackson, Mississippi, you know, where they had to boil their water, where their water looked like raw sewage up to last week, where there is still no clean drinking water, $40,000 a year. Republicans steal from the poor to give to the obscenely rich. So, Brett Favre grew up right around where I did. In fact, me and Brett Favre are about the same age. We are about the same height, have about the same physical build. Shut the fuck up, we do! Anyway, I don't give a fuck if Brett Favre has never said the N-word in his life. I don't give a fuck if he doesn't outwardly act racist towards people. What he did here is the epitome of white supremacy. And I can tell you, as somebody who grew up in Mississippi, what the narrative we're fed our entire lives is. Black folks, they're welfare queens. They're just sucking off the teat of the system. Lazy. They don't need that welfare. They should work for their money like the rest of us. That's literally what all the racist crackers told me my whole fucking life, and I know it's the same with goddamn Brett Favre, who grew up around here. And that's his mentality. Even though he has $110 million, it's never fucking enough. So he knew, I'm going to show you, they prove it, he knew that this money was coming from the welfare system meant to help the most vulnerable in our society. And Mississippi is mostly black, and the majority of people on welfare in Mississippi, of course, because of hundreds of years of systemic racism and oppression, is black folks. He knows where that money was earmarked for. He knows who it was meant for, and he didn't give a fuck. He thought he was more deserving of that money than the poor people, than the black folks he grew up with. And so he stole it with the help of the Mississippi governor, stole the money so he could help build his daughter, who was playing volleyball at the local school, an $8 million super volleyball center. Got caught red fucking handed. They even gave him millions of dollars from the same fund in speaking fees for speeches he never fucking gave. And like I said, here's the text. Brett Favre, if you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? Yeah, not criminal at all, is it, Brett Favre? To which Nancy News said, no, we never have that information publicized. I understand you being uneasy about that, though. Let's see what happens on Monday when the conversation with some of the folks at Southern. Maybe it will click with them, hopefully. Okay, thanks. Then she mentioned, wow, just got off the phone with Phil Bryant, the governor at the time. He is on board with us. We will get this gone. Awesome. I needed to hear that for sure. So I don't give a fuck. White supremacists. Brett Favre should never go any goddamn where in the fucking world without somebody screaming at him exactly what the fuck he is. He should be in fucking jail. He knows what he did. He didn't give a fuck. It's never enough for these motherfuckers. Greed knows no bounds. He's like, oh, I'm white. I'm a sports hero. I'm deserving of every penny I can wring out of the goddamn system, and fuck who it hurts. Fuck the most needy among us. Fuck those who are poor, desperately need this money. Who gives a shit about you? I'm Brett fucking Favre, motherfuckers. Fuck all you football fans who support this motherfucker. Fuck all you. You're all part of it. You're all to blame. Suck a dick. Goddamn, this fucking state is such trash. So fucking angry. Republicans run this goddamn thing into the fucking ground every time. And yeah, motherfuckers still gonna vote for him. The crackers on here, living in their fucking trailers, hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck, still gonna fucking vote for Tate Reeves because they love to be fucking abused. They love to be robbed. These fucking cucks. It's disgusting. Just fucking ashamed of this whole goddamn state. We're the laughing stock of the whole, not even just the United States. The fucking world mocks us. You motherfuckers revel in how bad we are doing. It's just crazy. And that is my trash world. Woo. What you guys got to say? Dusty go off. I know I'm starting to sweat. Yo, what up? Dusty got to need a napkin to wipe his sweaty ass forehead. Preach. I will. Welcome to the Church of Dusty. I'm a Viking fan, so fuck Favre. Football's boring as shit. I'm just saying it. Sports, dull. I don't know why anybody watches that bullshit, but whatever. Mostly it ain't hurt nobody, so I'm fine with it. It's like Star Wars, you know. It's all good. Go back to Colorado, dude. There's a lot of things I love about Mississippi. Like, I love my house here. I love my neighbor. I love all my neighbors here. A lot of people are very friendly here, but it's still heartbreaking how terrible conservatives have run this fucking state in the goddamn ground since the beginning of it, and still happening. It doesn't seem like there's any end in sight. Folks, get your super chats in. All of the super chats, please get them in. Support the show. Do it to it. Gonna read all the super chats after the next section. But we got one more, and it's a long one. So prepare your anus. It's time for Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! First off, on tonight's Beyond Parody, holy shit! It's like they get off on being evil supervillains. Here's Dennis Prager complaining that schools are trying to make 5th graders feel good about themselves. How can you even mock them when they're like this?
Where is my favorite sign? Yeah, no, that's not it. Damn, I threw it away. That school sign that I saw, schoolroom sign that I saw in the New York Times. The world is better because you are in it.
That's awesome.
I don't know what grade it was. I assume something like 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
What a stupid message. Plus, it's not true. What has any 5th grader done to have made the world better because he or she is in it?
That's right, you fucking 5th graders. What have you done to make the world a better place? Just because you're in the world don't mean fucking shit. Don't think you have any self-worth or anything. Fucking 5th graders.
Boy, again, as I pointed out, it's the opposite of the way many of us were raised.
No, we were all raised to believe we're sinful pieces of shit. We don't deserve to live. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? No, you complete fucking piece of goddamn shit. Holy God. Conservatives, why are you like this? Why are you just the worst people ever?
My father had said to me, you know, Dennis, the world is better because you are in it. I would have believed that even though he was never drunk, that he was actually drunk.
Yeah, if my dad would have ever been nice or loving to me or supportive in any way, I'd be like, this dude on crack, because my dad was a giant fucking piece of shit who abused me, which explains a lot. Dennis Prager, no wonder. Goddamn, somebody give that dude a hug or something. I just feel sad now. And folks, got a bunch of amazing clips for Beyond Parody. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. The Good Liars. Go subscribe to The Good Liars. They do such an amazing job. They just go out to Trump supporters and they just let them talk. That's all you have to do. Just let them fucking talk. So anyway, it's all hypocrisy all the time. Nothing conservatives say ever means anything. Their words don't mean shit. Case in point, this guy has some flaws in his logic. Let's see if you guys can point them out.
I was there January 6th.
You were at January 6th?
I was there January 6th.
Wow. Do you think that the other people there were there with Antifa?
Oh, absolutely. There's people there with Antifa.
Let me ask you a question. Why would Antifa want to disrupt the certification of the vote for president who they would support?
Well, no. I just think he was done by the Democrats. The Antifa was by the Democrats.
But they would have wanted Biden to be sworn in eventually.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So why would they have it, stormed the Capitol?
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense, I admit, but I still believe it anyway, because no, you don't. This motherfucker does not believe Antifa was behind January 6th. 0% chance. He just wants us to believe that he believes that. He wants us to buy their lies because they use it as cover. Because the truth is, he's a traitor. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care what the will of the American people was. He doesn't care that we duly elected Joe Biden as president. He wants to overthrow our government and put Trump in as a dictator. He is a fucking traitor in every sense of the word, but he can't say that Because no one would take him seriously. We'd be like, okay, yeah, no shit, you're a fucking traitor. Get lost, fucking loser. So he has to claim that the reason he behaves and acts like he is acting is because he believes that it was actually Antifa. He doesn't believe it. They're lying. There is no reason to ever pretend like you believe them. The moment you pretend like you believe what they're saying, they've won. Even if you disagree with what they're saying, they've won by making you believe that they believe what they're saying. They don't. They don't believe it. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Start treating them like the lying motherfuckers that they are. This is why I have such a big problem. One of the reasons I have such a big problem with Destiny, when he has Nick Fuentes on his show, and he sits there and he argues and debates Nick Fuentes like Nick Fuentes is arguing in good faith, like Nick Fuentes believes a single fucking word that he says when he doesn't. And Destiny furthers that lie, which is a way of supporting his position. It's just so fucking stupid. Anyway, then another one from the good liars, folks, and hypocrisy, it's all they fucking got. They are so far from the Christ they pretend to worship.
What are your thoughts on Biden forgiving student loan debt?
It's ridiculous. It was just to buy a vote, you know?
And what do you think Jesus would have done in that situation?
Forgiving the loans? Definitely wouldn't have forgiven the loans, I don't think.
You don't think Jesus would have forgiven the loans?
No, maybe he wouldn't even charge people to go to college. But, you know, you don't, you took out the loan, you got to pay it.
He wasn't big on forgiveness.
No, yes, he was. He forgives everybody.
What are your thoughts on Biden?
He forgives everybody, but he wouldn't have forgiven the loans. Capitalist Jesus would have made you fucking pay for it. And, hey, maybe he would have made school for free. So do you think that if Jesus would have made school for free, we should make school for free for everybody and pay for it? No. Why not? Because I'm a piece of shit. Yeah. Because you're a giant fucking doughy goddamn piece of shit. No shit. So far from the goddamn Christ they pretend to serve. It's so crazy. And then, even more from the good liars, folks. Hypocrisy. That's what they're all about.
Ron DeSantis in Florida, he sent teachers to a civics class. And they were teaching that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were anti-slavery.
Ron DeSantis has the idea. Let's put it that way.
But they did own slaves.
Well, I'm sorry.
They did own slaves, but they knew that,
honestly, things were different back then.
But do you think that it should be taught that they didn't support slavery?
Correct. And that's what the
You're saying they did not support slavery.
They did not. That's why
I don't know.
But they owned slaves.
They owned slaves.
They owned slaves, but they didn't support slavery. They were incredibly against slavery. They had no choice. They had to own slaves. They were forced to. They were just so broken up about it. They were like, can't believe I'm being forced to own all these slaves. I hate it so much, gosh damn it. And that's why they wrote the Constitution that freed the slaves. They didn't? They called them 3/5 of a human being? Oh, okay. Super cool conservatives. And then Walter Masterson, Master Troll. Walter Masterson, another guy you guys should go out and subscribe to immediately, pointing out how far conservatives have fallen, how much the party has changed. Like I told my neighbor the other day, they have never been good, but they are so different than they were just 10 to 15 years ago. Now they believe Vladimir Putin and Xi from China and Modi are all the good guys. Let's have a look.
I got a good idea what's going on in Ukraine. When they went into Ukraine and they found these labs, they believe that maybe that the deep state is possibly going to use a bioweapon on Russian people. Because they've been, just like they were collecting our DNA in China, they've been collecting their DNA as well.
So Trump and Putin right now are the only ones successfully fighting against the deep state.
Well, I think as well as Xi too.
Who?
Xi.
Oh, Xi Jinping?
Mm-hmm.
So Xi Jinping is fighting against
he's a good guy.
Oh, so he's fighting against the...
Why? Because think about it. He's not part of the CCP.
about Xi Jinping? Do you think he's working with Putin and Trump against the deep state?
I think he probably is, yeah. Probably. I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard
Xi Jinping is working against the deep
and
state.
Modi also
Modi.
in India. Yeah, I've heard that.
Xi Jinping, Modi, Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump are all working against the deep state.
Right, and then you've got the White Hat Alliance, which is a lot of countries, you know, Canada, France.
He is part of the good guys. The reason I think that is because he's fixing to go into Taiwan. You wait and see what I tell you. When he gets into Taiwan, guess what he's going to find? More labs.
More biolabs.
That is all planned out, y'all. It's all planned. This is one big sting operation.
I thought the fucking virus came from China, according to you guys. Now it came from Taiwan?
That's what I believe.
Yeah, so Xi Jinping, Putin, and Trump
That's
are
right.
the only ones fighting against the deep state and making sure that there are no bioweapons to
That's
be released.
right. Because if they do not stop them, they will release them. And next time it'll be far worse than any fake coronavirus.
That's right, it was fake. It was totally fake, but it was really bad. And they're going to release more viruses like the coronavirus that was fake, but also bad at the same time. Don't think about it. Cognitive dissonance, doublethink, where your mind can hold two diametrically opposing things, yet believe they are both true at the same time. Straight out of 1984. Where you at, Orwell? And then, holy shit on Beyond Parody. Conservatives, just the most ridiculous people. This is why I call them zombies. For those of you wondering what a chud is, Chud Watch coming up after the break. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Chuds are zombies, which is what we call conservatives because they want brains because they don't have any. And Senator John Kennedy, gotta admit to it.
I love his brains. I love his brains.
I bet you do. I love his brains. I don't have any of my own, everybody, but I love Dr. Oz's brains. His brains are tasty and delicious. I just want to suck them off my fingertips.
Just what the goddamn fuck? And they're so petty and stupid. This is the kind of shit they think is important.
I believe that Arlington National Cemetery. Have you been?
No, don't give a fuck.
Go again.
Fuck you, no.
I believe that Arlington National Cemetery contains 400,000 reasons why you should stand your ass up for the national anthem.
Woo, yeah, serious issues.
And so does Dr. Oz, by God.
That's right. Dr. Oz believed you should stand up for the national anthem. Yeah, I mean, we have global warming. Gutter displays, 100 million people kill, all kinds of foes. Wealth inequality, out the ass, school shootings every other fucking week in this country. But you know what's really important? If you're standing or not for a song. That's what we truly should be focusing on, but that's all they got, folks. They have no policy positions whatsoever. It's just all bullshit all the time to feed the zombies that listen to them and follow them. Case in point, Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks that, I guess, medicine goes against evolution?
I have one comparison that usually people can get. If you believe in God, obviously transgender ideology is saying God made us wrong. So that makes no sense. Right. If you believe in evolution, are we to believe that after 1 billion years of the process of natural selection, that during this little 10-year window in mankind's history, we've been on this planet for 300,000 years, but during this little 10-year window, a pharmaceutical company is here to help our children be who they really are?
I mean, there's always been trans people. Now just we have the science to help them and medicine. But I mean, by the same logic, cancer, treating cancer goes against God. Hey, you're telling me that we had cancer since the beginning of humanity, and now we have drugs in the short window that cure cancer? Doesn't that go against God's plan? God made us the way he wanted us. If God wanted us to be cured of cancer, he would have cured it himself.
That kind of goes against evolution, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Because if we evolve
Right.
We don't need pharmaceutical companies. We don't need surgeries. We don't need gender affirming care for people to evolve.
That's right. We don't need surgery. So there you have it, folks. Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she gets sick, she's not going to the hospital. Never going to have surgery because it goes against evolution. Just logic, y'all. Why can't we be smart like scientist Marjorie Taylor Greene? And then on the Beyond Parody. Oh, shit. They're telling this story again, folks, about how the furries are taking over our schools. Trans people weren't scary enough, folks. We all know that trans people are the greatest danger in the history of our planet, which we should be very afraid of. But now, folks, something even worse. Goddamn furries yiffing everywhere with their litter boxes. 100% this guy doesn't believe what he's saying.
A friend of mine in Illinois actually knows a teacher that comes to school as a furry and wears ears and a tail and uses a litter box at the front of the classroom to relieve himself.
Like, this is just so stupid, it's hard to even comment on. There is a 0% chance this guy believes it, but is there anybody listening to him that thinks a teacher is using the bathroom in front of her students, but not only that, has ears and a tail and is using a litter box? I can only imagine it has to be people like my grandmother who's at Alzheimer's. I can only imagine that is the demographic they're trying to fool and lie to. I mean, I know people are stupid, but is there anybody who is this stupid for real? This guy doesn't believe it, I know, but is there anybody out there who believes it? Here's another guy that claims to believe the same thing. No evidence. Doesn't have any proof. Doesn't make any sense. But gonna try to convince us that he believes it.
Kids are coming in dressed up as cats with collars and leashes on and ears and supposed to have litter boxes in the restrooms.
That's incredible. And you've seen this?
I have not personally seen it, but I know people that are involved with the schools.
So you haven't personally seen it?
I haven't personally seen it, no.
Okay. 'Cause that sounds... That's...
yeah, I know. But if you talk to the students, they even say that it's been going on.
They don't.
And,
have you talked to the students and they said they saw it?
Some friends of ours, their kids, yeah.
They saw students dressed as cats.
Yes.
And then they said that there had to be litter boxes in the high schools?
In the bathrooms, they have to have litter boxes.
Unbelievable. It's almost... I can't even believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe.
It is kind of hard to believe. Almost impossible. Like, it doesn't happen, and this guy doesn't believe this either. I don't believe he believes it. Once again, they're just trying to make you believe that they believe what they're saying. Because the truth is even fucking worse. The truth is he doesn't actually give a shit about any of this. He just hates transgender people and wants you guys to freak out about it. So he doesn't care if they lie. It helps them take and maintain power if they can scare people. That's all they care about. We can no longer pretend like we believe them. Don't give it to them anymore. And it can't be a Beyond Parody without my favorite psychotic doctor, Buckaroo Benzo, Jordan Peterson. And this dude, holy shit, he's still on the Elliot Page thing. I wish somebody would hand him a doll and have him show us on the doll where Elliot Page touched him. He is so traumatized, this incredibly fragile human being. This is the thought leader, the daddy of the people who call the rest of us snowflakes.
Absolutely. And two things that you notice when you look at these people are, one, what they're seeing when they look in the mirror is not what you're seeing. They're seeing a fantasy. They're seeing a fantastic version of themselves. But you, who are not in love with this idea of the feminine version of this man, you're seeing something a lot less flattering. And that's very hurtful to them. That's experienced, I think, as a psychic insult. That, you know, because it's like being flipped out of the fantasy. Like if you're in this beautiful fantasy and then someone laughs or someone calls you he, And then that's narcissistic rage is what you see as the response to
That's
that.
right. That's right. It's narcissistic rage at, in many ways, the same level that you'd see in a thwarted 2-year-old.
It's not even the clip I wanted. In the full clip, he starts crying, folks. Let's see if this is it.
Kids that are well socialized and popular develop that ability between the age of 2 and 4.
Right.
And what they undergo this psychological transformation in identity. They go from a 2-year-old egocentrism.
Okay, that's not it. Anyway, he's incredibly emotionally unstable. Jordan Peterson always crying at the fucking drop of the hat, pretending he's the hero protecting the kids against the evil transgenders. Beyond parody. Always. And then, you know who is the biggest danger to our children at the moment, folks? Peppa the Pig. It's true. Now, I know that conservatives continuously tell us that we're the snowflakes who care about cartoons and comic books and movies and shit, while they continuously obsess about this stuff all the time. They're actually the ones that care about this stuff. Great example here. Let's have a listen.
The imperialist left has a new conquest, and that is Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig has introduced a pair of lesbian polar bears.
Oh, God.
Now, you realize that there's no such thing as lesbian polar bears, right?
Yeah. You know what else there's no such thing of? Talking polar bears!
Peppa Pig is just their latest conquest. It's the latest conquest of the sexual revolution. Here it is.
I'm Penny Polar Bear. I live with my mummy and my other mummy. One mummy is a doctor and one mummy cooks spaghetti.
So horrible.
All
oh
right.
God.
We don't want polar bears to be...
Her mummies love her. I can't believe it. Somebody call the cops.
Right. We don't want polar bears to become gay. Right? In shows
or sentient.
Who portrayed same-sex couples, After Pressure, Arthur, Doc McStuffins, My Little Pony. Just beware, they're coming for Cocomelon next. If we're worried about the ice caps melting and the polar bears not having a habitat, we definitely don't want to push the polar bears to become homosexual. Lord.
Oh my God. Well, hey, I'm on board. If polar bears ever start watching Peppa the Pig and become lesbians, I'm on board with you. Until that happens, I think you might be a fucking moron, goddammit. Beyond party. And then from white people Twitter, which is not a real thing, but it is a Reddit, a subreddit. We're back, still complaining about the Little Mermaid movie. And folks, I don't want you to think this guy's racist in any way, but they used AI to make the black girl in the Little Mermaid movie white, because of course they did. They fixed it because, you know, it was broken before by having a black actress. Jesse Marati says, credits to our member artificial intelligence scientist, 10 gazillion IQ. He fixed the Little Mermaid and turned the woke actor into a gender white girl. Yeah, this is not even subtle, folks. Woke simply means black. There's no other way to interpret this. He doesn't know the actress, doesn't know her political beliefs. Woke simply is a substitute for the word black here in the sentence. He says he can fix the whole movie because it's broken. A black girl's in it. It's fixed when we put a white girl in it. But I'm not racist. He can fix the whole movie with 4 graphics cards, A6000. This is like a $5,000 graphic card. So if we only donate $20,000 to him so he can buy a bunch of graphics cards, he can fix this movie for us. It's over for woke sales. Oh no. Then he's like, no for Twitter. This is purely educational purposes. Please do not misrepresent this in a racist way. How can anybody take this as a racist? Even though I'm specifically saying that the movie's broken and can only be fixed by replacing the black girl with a white girl, and even though I'm declaring the actress woke, even though I don't know anything about her other than she's black, it's not racist. I'm just amazed by my high IQ friends who works with artificial intelligence and the stuff he can make. So they actually removed this from Twitter because it's racist as fuck, but I found it. Here it is. Here is the artificial intelligence version where they're getting rid of the black actress. So fixed it, but not in a racist way. And like, other than the fact that this is obviously super fucking racist, I actually think that technology is cool. Eventually, like, all movies are going to be like this. Eventually, you'll be able to, like, go to the internet and buy add-ons for your favorite movie. Like, I'm watching Blade, and there's an add-on I can buy. Hey, do you want Blade to be starred by Brad Pitt? Buy the add-on, and I click on it, download it, and then the AI automatically changes the movie and it's starring Brad Pitt. That'll be every movie. So representation like it is today won't even be an issue in the future because everybody can just mix and match and make whatever they want to. But other than that, clearly fucking amazingly goddamn racist. Holy shit. And, yeah, people are like, no, hey, we're not disliking the movie because we're racist. We're disliking it because it's another soulless remake of a Disney classic. You motherfuckers didn't do that to The Lion King. Look, 1.6 million downvotes, 3-1 to the likes. But when The Lion King was a soulless remake, didn't have that problem. So yes, I'm sure there is some criticism of this movie that is valid and not based on racism. But is the majority of the criticism based on this movie because of racism? Yes, it is. Abso-fucking-lutely in this trash fucking world we live in. And Matt Walsh, want you guys to know that it don't even make scientific sense for a mermaid to be black, y'all.
All right, Max Winter says double standard thing where we say, well, the casting, the race in casting matters only for certain races and not for others. No, we're not doing that. Also, by the way, with The Little Mermaid, can we also just mention that just from a scientific perspective, okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean.
That's right, folks. It don't make it from a scientific alone. I'm not being racist. I'm talking about pure science. Now, we all know that mermaids exist and they talk and they're part fish, okay? That's just pure science. But they're black? Oh my God, you guys are so anti-science. Because if there's anything I know about the sea, it's the lack of colors. Aren't all the animals in the sea just the same? They're not. There are all kinds of colors in the sea, including like orca whales and all kinds of black, brown fish. Really? Isn't that scientifically impossible? It's not. Wow. It's almost like his entire point is just based off racism and not even science to begin with. Damn. Imagine my shock. And then Candace Owens is also mad. They're making a mockery about putting a black girl in the Little Mermaid. She can't handle it, y'all.
What do you think of the new Little Mermaid movie?
I'm not going to say it because I don't give a shit about Disney movies, but I am not the target demographic of it, and I'm sure the people it was made for are going to enjoy it quite a great deal. That's my take on it.
I actually was just informed about this. It makes me chuckle. In case you are not aware of it, as you know, nothing can be as it was at all.
That's right. Why do things have to change? God damn it, once something is one way, it should stay that way forever and ever and ever. A billion years into the future, it should be exactly the same. We hate change.
Must be undone and...
Okay, I'm tired of hearing this fucking bitch. Let's move on, and that is... my trash world. Was this trash world? I'm going to say it was trash world. Beyond Parody! My Beyond Parody! I was so close. Hope you guys enjoyed it. How dare they? Candace is always mad. She grifted. She don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. No doubt about it. Actor replacements. Yep, that's going to be the future. AI taking over everything. It's going to be cool. I cannot wait. Weird. Definitely weird. You could have an all-white cast in Black Panther. Yep, that'll be someday. They're going to have that. No doubt about it. Absolutely, there will be an all-black, all-white cast for add-ons to Black Panther. And you know what? I won't give a shit. You can watch that all you want to. Enjoy that shit. I am not the target demographic for it, but if you enjoy it, go ahead and... All right, folks! Hey, if you enjoy my show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. My Patreon hasn't really gone up in the last couple weeks for whatever reason. So, $1 to a month. I know it's a pain in the ass, but like if you click on this video... Shut up, Dusty! And you click on the more... there's a link to my Patreon. Please, chip in $1 or $2, whatever you can afford. Help me out. If you enjoy all the free content I put out, it's all free. Hook me up a little bit. And also, in the description of the video, you can buy my book. It's a graphic novel called Harrowing Tales of Woke. And my buddy from the Clips of Dusty channel, let me go ahead and bring this over here so you guys can't see it, made me a little advertisement video of it. Harrowing Tales of Woke featuring the Rainbow Military. Meanwhile, at the military, men drop and give me 20 pronouns. We, you, it, she, they, them, my, me, us, his, him, her, my, ours, all in, sir. As you ordered, we have removed all of our attack helicopters from the military. Excellent. Now let's see what conservatives identify as. Sir, we're under attack. Bombs dropping, boom. That's right, American pussies. Putin is here. My superior Russian military has trained grizzly bears to fuck you all up. Oh my God, these Russian bears are ripping us to shreds. Why didn't we train to fight instead of studying pronouns all day? Get woke, go broke, bitch. Awesome job, Clips of Dusty. Everybody go subscribe to the Clips of Dusty channel. He's been making, you guys have asked me to make clips, and the people are doing it. You guys are not subscribing to them. I know it's probably my fault for not pushing them hard enough. Trying to find your channel here. Here we go. Clips of Dusty. Go subscribe to Clips of Dusty. I'm gonna put a link in the chat right now to this. I don't think you guys can put links in the chat, but I can. So boom, there it goes. Link. There's a link to the Clips of Dusty channel. Got all kinds of clips from my show. Good job and thank you. Appreciate your hard work. Keep it up, buddy. And all right, let's read some super chats real quick. If you've been on to the super chats, please like the video before you go. But hey, I got a giant Chud Watch coming up in 5 minutes. Plenty of shows, so don't go anywhere. We're going to do a whole nother half of the show. 3 hours tonight, probably. Let's read the super chat. Victoria, what up? Welcome to Dust Buddies. Welcome back. I know you were before, but love you, Victoria. Fizzlepop gave me 500 CRCs. Amazing. Thank you for your circs. I'll take them. Parker Aguirre, I got a phone call from another YouTuber I like today. I literally was shocked, and so was my brother. 1010, made my day. That's all here. Hey, thanks. Been reading your letters recently. Been enjoying them. Thank you for sending them. Christopher, no. Don't worry, no. Your weed plants will grow again. Hey, I hope so. They're hard to stay alive sometimes. Abby Dolman, $20. Thank you, Abby. That's very generous. Life is amazing, and I've got to share the overflow. Hey, very generous of you. Your show, I enjoyed seeing Half Stash and Pretty Boy last show. Well, I'll show them again. Got one over here that's Miss Misty. Hey, Miss Misty. Yeah. I can't really reach you, but I'm going to pretend like I pet you. Sorry I woke you up. Appreciate you. Abby Ben Davis, here's $5 and Blobfish's name. Wow. Advanced Ants 489. Hey Dusty, what's the name of that AI software they use to make your comic book? Midjourney, that's the one I use. There's another one called Stable Diffusion that you can download and use on your PC for free, but it's not as good as Midjourney. Midjourney costs $30 a month. So if you want free, download Stable Diffusion. If you want the better one, $30 a month, Midjourney. Basset Hound Gang, $40. Very generous. You have bought my love, Basset Hound. Dusty, it's true. The Lord helped my leg grow back. I also have 3 testicles now. That's one too many. Give it back to the Lord. Thank you, Bassett. You're amazing. Keeper Lover, $5. Dusty, even though I missed your money show, I watched the replay. No forgiveness. Keeper Lover, Lizzie Bennis, Wanton, not Wonton. What a ding dong. Yeah, not the best, but that's who conservatives put in the highest political body in the land. And Stackoom619 gave me $50. That is very generous. You didn't say anything, but I love you. I can tell you're sexy. Blas Kantu, North Korea lasts a long time, equals half value. Dave ever heard Rubin? Yeah, Dave Rubin, super genius. What a fucking show. Keep it lower. Other royalty in Europe have gone to become basic citizens now. I think that's the case. Maybe someone could clarify this more for me. No royalty. Get rid of it all. Sink is Turkish for Chud. Man, Sink been doing bad lately. I'm not liking him all that much recently. Dude needs to take a vacation. Hubert, Dusty, they should make those anti-transgender people wear dresses. See how they feel. Forced feminization. Daniel Flores. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Daniel. Can you upload somewhere that rock electric song Freedom you showcased a couple times? I believe I have that on my channel somewhere. The song is called Little Brother. Little brother told me, he showed me, little brother told me, he's sad. So look for Little Brother by Cult of Dusty. I bet you could find it. Also, I would love to purchase your music on Bandcamp. I don't have my music for sale anywhere. No one, it costs money to put it up places, and no one buys it, so it's not worth my time to do, so I release it for free. So go to my SoundCloud and download it. Ray Fuller, rock on, Dusty. I'm going to buy your cat some better food. That reminds me, X-T, thank you for your service. I will give you another shout out at the end of the show. Advanced Ants. Oh, thank you for the $19.99, Ray Fuller. That's very generous. I appreciate y'all buy something for them. That's nice in your honor. Love you. Advanced Ants, what AI generator are you using? Midjourney. Arnest, Valikia, if I send Dusty a super chat, can the media find out? They'll all know. BSG Wolf, $20. Do you rescue dogs as well as kitties? We do. We give them forever homes, though. We don't have we have a sanctuary, basically. We don't find homes for them. We just take them and we give them homes ourselves, and we keep them because it's hard to find homes. We're going to put them down anyway. So they're spoiled now and lucky as shit. Thank you, BSG Wolf, for supporting them. Rollo303 Dusty, you've gotten rusted. Why are you playing those video games? I'm so disappointed in myself. Scholar King, $5. Please say hi to Sophia King. What's up, Sophia? And her cat, Mamu. What's up, Mamu? Also seeing the old church watch thing. Love you, Dusty. Church watch? You mean religious bullshit? Digital Shimagami became Dust Buddy. You too can become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spam the chat with. All the cool kids are doing it. There's a button down here. It's a good way to support the show. I don't know how you do it, but you guys will figure it out. Blas Cantu. Destiny also good buddies with Lauren Southern. Really sus. Fuck Destiny. I heard he got removed from Twitter again, but he'll be back. Cuba Lover. Dusty, yeah, let's not forgive student debt, even though it would help them and the rest of the U.S. people. The fact that we're even charging for education to begin with is crazy, but yeah, it should be forgiven. Help people out. Christopher Warren, become a Dust Buddy. Welcome to Cool Kids, Christopher. Spam the chat with impunity. Dana Roman. I would like the supercut video of all your yeehaws. Get on that. Clips of Dusty? I guess somebody else have to do that. Gazpacho and wonton. I know they're going to make some delicious soups, but no soup for you. Hayden. Bourgeois. Funny thing about the furry kid in high school. The litter box bit was an inside joke that the kid told to their friends, and the evangelical somehow found out and cue all of the forced outrage. Yeah, they don't actually believe it, though. They're just liars. Sedona Rose, what's up, Sedona? Love the Dusty Show. Love you. Love the Dust Bunnies. Still at work. Glad to have y'all here with me. Yep, best audience on YouTube. Water Plow Wizard. With masculinity this fragile, the patriarchy should be easier to crush. Fucking woke military, it's all over. Brian. Where are all the pictures of the furries? Psh, they exist. Same place where all the pictures of the people whose limbs have grown back. I'm a furry and I demand access to your litter box. I have 11 of them. One more for than the cats that you have, supposedly. That's what they say. So come on over. Use them all you want to. There's plenty of them. And thank you, guys. Hey, more super chats, please. Gonna read all the super chats, all the rest of them at the end of the show. And we have a giant rest of the show, so you have plenty of time to get them in, but do it. Do it. Support the show. But now, got a really long Chud Watch. Let's do it. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chuds and make fun of them. So this week, Ron DeSantis doing a little casual human trafficking, you know, like you do. Here he is bragging about how they spent $12 million of taxpayer money to charter a few private jets and send some undocumented people across the country.
And millions of people pouring across illegally, record amount of fentanyl coming into our country. It is absolutely killing Americans in record numbers. Of course, you have criminal aliens, but just the sheer number of people, it's not the way you run a country. Unfortunately, there's a lot of folks that come across. Where do they want to end up? A lot want to come to, because everyone wants to come to Florida.
Not everyone, motherfucker. My brother lives there. He's invited me, and I'm like, no thanks. So, turns out that these illegals that he rounded up weren't even in Florida, which is odd because the budget that he had to round up illegals and send them to sanctuary Democrat-run cities was meant specifically for people that were in Florida illegally. So people were like, hey, isn't this human trafficking? And it turns out, yeah, it is. Apparently what happened was they were in Texas, and Ron DeSantis had a woman named Perla stand outside of a courthouse recruiting migrants to fly to Martha's Vineyard, falsely promising them a work visa. And he used millions of tax dollars paid by hardworking Americans to traffic and kidnap these asylum seekers because cruelty is the point. It's just an incredibly transparent political stunt. These are the same people that bitch, oh my God, they forgave the loans for students for $10,000, have no problem. Ron DeSantis spending $12 million to traffic people in a political stunt. See, Ron DeSantis want to run for president and he want to get that Trump vote. And he's like, hey, how do I get Trump voters to vote for me? Well, I have to prove to them that I'm a giant fucking piece of shit like they are. I have to prove to them that cruelty is the point. How do I do that? How about wasting $12 million on ridiculous political stunts? How about abusing people? Hey, what if we both abuse undocumented workers, but at the same time also abuse the libs? What if we own them both? Imagine how popular that will be with these subhumans that support me. But then people were like, dude, that's illegal? Yeah, it appears, according to their own admissions, that the governors of both Florida and Texas have committed federal crimes as defined in the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act. Section 274A, knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that an alien has come to, entered, or remains in the United States in violation of the law, transports or moves or attempts to transport or move such an alien within the United States by means of transportation or otherwise in furtherance of such a violation of the law. So yeah, you broke the law. And people have reported him now. Call to activism said, breaking, we just filed an official plea with the DOJ to prosecute Abbott and DeSantis for violating Section 274A of the Immigration and Nationality Act, which makes it a federal crime to transport undocumented persons across the state line. So then suddenly, DeSantis was like,
I don't think there's anything.
Hang on a second, we'll get to you.
I don't think that there's anything.
All right, sorry. Let me go ahead and play this video. This video went viral. This guy explains the entire situation really well. Let's hear him out.
I don't think that there's anything that exemplifies the difference between Republicans and Democrats quite as well as what's happening in Martha's Vineyard right now. For those who aren't aware of what's going on, basically what happened is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis rounded up 2 plane loads worth of undocumented immigrants, told them they were flying to Boston where they would be provided with homes and jobs, and then dropped them on Martha's Vineyard without telling them that these migrants were coming. Ron DeSantis sent Florida government staffers to Texas to round up undocumented immigrants for a political stunt that he hoped would prove that Democratic areas don't want undocumented immigrants. Instead, the exact opposite of that happened, and the residents of Martha's Vineyard immediately sprung into action. They set up a shelter inside of an Episcopal church for all of the migrants, including 7 families. And local AP Spanish students were let out of high school to help serve as translators for the migrants. So to recap, Ron DeSantis' office rounded up a few dozen undocumented immigrants from Texas, claimed that they were going to give them housing and jobs, and then dropped them on an unsuspecting community. And when the news started to break that this was happening, this was the response from one of DeSantis' gubernatorial campaign spokeswomen. Absolutely no empathy, just mindless cruelty and red meat for the base. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. Republican governor basically commits human trafficking for a political stunt. Democratic community immediately jumps into action to help his victims.
Yep. One side is about being empathetic and helping people, and the other side is strictly there to hurt people and are supported by the trash who get off on the thought of other people's being hurt because that's who they are in their souls, in their beings, bottom feeders. So people were like, hey, isn't this a crime? Why did you do this? So then he's trying to backtrack and he's like, hey, they weren't even in Florida. They were just probably going to come to Florida. We don't know. I'm not psychic, but we just assumed that these people were going to come to Florida because why wouldn't every illegal alien come to Florida? And this actually happened in Texas, not even in Florida. Here he is stumbling through tough questions.
Says that you have to use it to get them out of this state. How do you justify using the money if they started in Texas?
Because they're most of them are intending to come to Florida.
Because most of them are intending to come to Florida, y'all. I'm psychic, and I know exactly what they were intended to do. Because, you know, when you're a big, studly alpha male like I am, you know, cream of the crop, you can just tell when people are going to come to Florida, y'all. And I knew they would, so we stopped them in Texas before they could even get here. Why is everybody so mad?
Most of them are intending to come to Florida. They are coming to Florida. We are taking them from Florida to sanctuary jurisdictions. But the issue is, if you want to do it effectively, you just can't police if you have 2 people in a car and there's 100 different cars that come in a different week because it looks like your car or anybody else. And so we've put a lot of emphasis in this. There's been a lot of investigation.
So it's a political stunt. These people were not even in Florida, folks. Even though the money specifically said it had to be used on people in Florida, but he doesn't care. They're criminals. Just like Mississippi, where they took $10 million from the poorest citizens and gave it to Brett Favre so his daughter could have a volleyball court. They don't give a shit. They just do their crimes right in the open and they're never held accountable because the cruelty is the point, because regardless of how horrible they are, their followers will still support them. There's nothing they can do except be nice. That's the only thing they can do that will lose them support by conservatives. And they'll never do that, so you ain't got to worry about it. So they got some shots fired back at them by actual decent human beings. First and foremost, AOC, who posted what a lot of Republicans, politicians, fail to understand is that not everyone shares their zero-sum scarcity mindset. Many of us understand that immigrants and refugees are a blessing. They have so much to offer our country, and much of our growth as a nation is because of them, and it's true. The vast majority of them are just trying to make a better life for themselves and their families. And we have an incredible shortage of workers in this country. We need them as our country ages out of the system that was created for it. We were supposed to die earlier in life, and now because of modern medicine, we're living a lot longer. We need a younger demographic to take care of us, and Lord knows white folks ain't fucking as much anymore and having kids. We need a steady influence of immigrants. We have to have it, and Democrats understand that. Watch the smiles and hugs between Martha Vineyard residents and the Venezuelan migrants. This backfired so spectacularly. All people were like, you see, you guys didn't want them either. You guys treat them like shit too. Nope, this is how they treat them. The difference between conservatives and Democrats could not be any more stark. As different as could possibly be. Good versus evil. I hate to break it down to that black and white, but it really seems like that these days. But of course, regardless of what reality is, conservatives do what they always do. The only thing they can do, they lie. Here's Kevin Sorbo, got 55,000 likes for saying, how dare the people in Martha's Vineyard that scream for tolerance and acceptance not welcome the immigrants with open doors? Inexplicably xenophobic. They literally did. Now, Martha's Vineyard is a small island, and the cost of living is incredibly high there. No one is saying, hey, just open the borders and let all the undocumented workers in and let them stay at mansions rent-free. No one's saying that. They're saying, hey, they're human beings. Let's treat them with respect and try to accommodate them the best way we possibly can. Basic human decency, which is exactly what they did in Martha's Vineyard. But it doesn't matter. They'll still get 55,000 likes by lying their ass off. This is all they have. And I agree with Lance, the Surf. Not calling you the Surfs because there's only one of you. Lance, the Surf. Pretty amazing that the Martha's Vineyard story completely backfired on the right, who were celebrating, let's see how you deal with the filthy pores when they're in your backyard. Here they are. Nuance, bro. Retweeted by Lauren Southern. People counter-signal DeSantis sending illegals to Martha Vineyard. Just don't get it. It was absolutely the right move. That's right. Spending $12 million on a cheap political stunt to try to hurt people. That was the right thing to do. They're just garbage. They're sub-fucking humans. There's no reason to respect these people. They don't deserve your respect. Lauren Southern also retweeted rapey Mike Sinovich, who you might know from his creepy-ass pro-rape tweets. He says, to be clear, Martha's Vineyard residents voted at 80% for Joe Biden. There is no excuse for their racism and xenophobia. What racism and xenophobia? They greeted them with open arms and found accommodations for them. They did the exact opposite of what you guys are claiming, but it doesn't matter. Lauren Southern, Republicans, no human is illegal. Start volunteering. Drive these lovely people to your local representative's house. Bring them to D.C. Set up some nice tents on Biden's doorstep for them. Let's go. Yeah, let's use them as pawns. Human pawns in our stupid political bitch fest. Way to show the love of Christ, you white supremacist bitch. And yep, here's what actually happened. Our island jumped into action, putting together 50 beds, giving everyone a good meal, providing a play area for the children, making sure people have the health care and support they need. We are a community that comes together to support migrants, immigrants. One side about love, acceptance, helping. The other side all about pettiness, hate, spite. Even Dave Rubin pretending reality ain't the fucking way it is. Here's his backfire of an own. And the winner of Twitter for today, September 15, 2022. Meanwhile, at Martha's Vineyard, it's a picture of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, photoshopped over the two douchebags who pulled AR-15s on the black people walking in front of their house. But that's not what happened. What really happened was they got a lot of food for them, blankets, clothing, and shelter. Like decent human beings. Something you would know nothing about, Dave. All you guys can do is lie. That's all you fucking have. That's all you'll ever have. This is who you are. And you're losing. You're losing. Because this only works for so long before enough people see through it. You're always going to have a giant section of the dregs of society who support you. But there are more of you than there are of them. There are more of us than there are of you, rather. And you're fucking losing and you're terrified. Let's see what time it is. Man, we're already almost into overtime, folks. Holy shit.
Little Benny Shapiro. Of course, he went out there and lied about it. That's all he can fucking do is lie. Let's have a listen.
There is something extraordinarily ironic about the hue and cry that is now coming from top-level Democrats over the move by border state Republicans, Ron DeSantis in Florida, which technically is not a border state, but there's a lot of illegal immigration into Florida, or Greg Abbott in Texas, who have now been saying to Democratic governors and Democratic mayors, you know, guys, if you love illegal immigration so much, if you want to...
It's a straw man. They never said they love illegal immigration so much. They're just saying, hey, we need immigrants in this country, and we should treat them with respect and dignity, and not like pawns in your political game and lie to them and mistreat them and human traffic them. So why are you lying, Mr. Shapiro? Is it because you're a disgusting human piece of garbage who doesn't have anything else?
Say that you are a sanctuary city without actually having to deal with the predominant force of illegal immigration?
But they do. All these sanctuary cities pay way more in taxes than the states take in, and the welfare states, like Florida, who get way more money from the federal government than they actually pay into the system, that's what we're sending you motherfuckers the money for. We are paying for it. They're paying for it, not me. I live in Mississippi, where we're also a welfare state.
And guess what? You asked for it, you got it. And so Greg Abbott...
Nobody asked for you to treat human beings like political pawns and mistreat them and lie to them and human traffic them, Ben Shapiro.
And Governor DeSantis, they've now been sending illegal immigrants to deep blue areas where they support sanctuary cities and open illegal immigration. And been saying, now we'll see how much you like it.
And they said it was great. They found jobs and shelter for the illegal aliens, and they're handling it very well. Why aren't you reporting that, Ben Shapiro? Is it because you're a dirty liar?
We'll see how altruistic you are when your hand is in your own pocket and not ours.
Well, we did.
We'll see how kind and charitable you are with your own resources.
We did see. Why are you not reporting it?
And how much you like illegal immigration when it actually affects you.
Okay, we did see.
You'll see how much you enjoy defund the police.
We did see it.
When the criminals are sitting right side your house.
The criminals are sitting right side your house. They just criminal. I mean, I guess they're illegal aliens, but just to declare they're all criminals, they're all going to fucking abuse you, rob you, is racist as fuck.
Right, we'll see how much you enjoy homelessness. When again, there are people who are camped out in your front yard. We'll see how much you enjoy high tax rates when there is no state and local tax deduction. Making people own the consequences of their own political decision-making is a...
Scumbag! A lying scumbag, Ben Shapiro. Cruelty is the point, folks. And they're so mad it didn't work, folks. They're so mad that when the immigrants got to Martha's Vineyard, they were treated with respect and kindness. And they don't know how to handle it. And it's awkward as fuck.
Hear that? Hear that? Illegal immigration is not a burden. It's a gift, Dumbo. So Martha's Vineyard received an enormous gift last night. Think of it like a perpetual Christmas, but noisier. And you can't beat the timing, as Karine Jean-Pierre just reminded us today at the White House. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. Perfect. So roll with it, Martha's Vineyard.
Thank you.
They did. They made the best of it. They came together as a community. Look how mad they are. Our love is destroying your hate. Our love is so much more powerful than your hate is. And people are seeing through it, and you're losing, and your ideology is dying, and you're afraid. And it's beautiful. Your tears are so goddamn delicious. And not stopping them from still publicly letting everybody know they're the worst humans on earth. The social media troll now serving as co-governor. This is DeSantis' right-hand woman. First, Dylan Fernandez says, these immigrants were not met with chaos. They were met with compassion. We are a community and nation that is stronger because of immigrants. The community coming together with water, food, interpretation help, and resources to support these families represent the best of America. And they do. When you think of being proud of your country, this is the type of thing you think of. And the opposite of that is DeSantis' right-hand woman, Christina Pushaw, who says, "Good. So you're asking for a few thousand more? 2 million so far? Yeah. We're gonna hurt you even worse. Fuck all y'all. Yeah. Get ready for the pain." Just scum. Just garbage fucking humans. All conservatives. You're all scum. You're all garbage. Fuck you all. And I can't believe this, but I'm gonna agree with Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo had some decent takes lately. Geraldo says, using living, breathing, frightened migrants as political props certainly garnered attention. However, shameless, inhumane, and exploitive. Yeah, backfire. That's what's going to happen. You guys are showing everybody exactly what you are. And there are a lot of people that are going to reward you for it, the dregs of humanity. But like I said, there are more good people out there than the types of piece of shit that will support you. It's all going to fail spectacularly. Shooting yourself in the foot with your evil. But keep it up. Keep it up, dipshits. And speaking of pure evil, so last week, Donald Trump tweeted out, "Why are people so mean?" And this week, he back at it, folks. Making fun of Chris Christie's weight. This is a big, giant, fat, obese guy. Making fun of another big, giant, fat, obese guy. Donald Trump posts this picture of Chris Christie, I guess at Roy Rogers, with the text, "Chris Christie at a Roy Rogers at 11 p.m. in the evening trying to console himself." Chris Christie is a guy who literally helped Donald Trump prepare for his debate with Joe Biden. Has been incredibly helpful in every way to Donald Trump. So, of course, this is how you get treated, Chris Christie. But you think Chris Christie is going to speak out against Donald Trump? Hell no. They're cucks. If ever the word cuck was appropriate for somebody, it will be people like Chris Christie. He'll take these insults, he'll take this fat shame, and he'll be like, "Thank you, sir. Can I have some more?" And if they interview him next week, he'll still say, "Yeah, if Trump runs, I'm going to vote for Trump," because there's not a low that they won't sink to. Because they know you can't, in this day and age, keep your power as a Republican if Trump is against you. You just can't do it. And that's all they care about. They have no integrity. They have no backbone. All they want is power, and they will suck that dick 24/7 to keep it. And of course, Trump is doing what he always does, folks. He's out there trying to incite violence. And he does it with this plausible deniability. Hey, if you guys indict me, they're going to riot in the streets. There's going to be a lot of violence. That's just going to happen. It's like when the mob goes into your business. Hey, you need to pay us protection money. If you don't, somebody's going to burn your place down. I don't know. It's going to happen. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but it's going to happen, so you better pay me. It's coercion. Let's have a listen.
From running for president again.
I don't think the people of the United States would stand for it. And as you know, if a thing like that happened, I would have no prohibition against running. You know that. You've already
I do, and that's what I want people to understand. That would not take you out of the arena.
It would not. But I think if it happened, I think you'd have problems in this country, the likes of which perhaps we've never seen before. I don't think the people of the United States would stand for it.
What kind of problems, Mr. President?
I think they'd have big problems. Big problems. I just don't think they'd stand for it. They will not sit still and stand for this ultimate of hoaxes.
It's extortion. That's exactly what it is. He's trying to extort us. Hey, you better not indict me. People are going to be violent. You know, I've done it before. I've riled them up. I've set them loose. Gonna happen again, which is exactly what he meant. Because if that's not what he meant, what he will be saying is, hey, I'm afraid if they indict me, some of my followers might get violent. But I want to let you, my followers, know that if you're violent, you're not doing it in my name because I abhor violence. I will be the first to throw you under the bus if you're violent, so definitely do not become violent regardless of what happens. That's what he would say if he actually did want it to happen, but he's trying to rile them up again He's trying to scare us into not holding him accountable for his crimes, just like a fucking criminal would do. And now he's so desperate, folks. This is actually a good sign, to be honest with you. He's tweeting out QAnon posts because his base is shrinking. And now he is forced to pander to the dregs of his base like never before because they're dwindling. Trump has retruthed a picture of him with the words, "The storm is coming." QAnon accounts are overhyped. So, yep, the storm is coming with him wearing a Q. He's directly putting it out there. And the Q people are like, just in case it wasn't abundantly clear at this point, President Trump himself is making it undeniable that he is 100% aligned with the Q operation. This comes after playing a song entitled "Where We Go One, We Go All" at the end of the PA rally, which he also did. He's playing Q music at his rallies. Doubling down on this, he just shamelessly retruthed himself with a Q pin and the phrase, "The storm is coming." Look who President Trump retruthed. Woohoo! So they're all excited. But like I said, this is good news. I actually think Trump is done for. I was worried that he might have a decent shot at getting back in the White House and overthrowing our democracy and installing himself as a dictator. But I actually think it's looking pretty bad for him now. So I am encouraged, which is a good thing. And then he also went on True Social and he's teasing his whole dictator thing again, because why not? Don't you want to vote for a guy who never wants to leave office? Trump, 2024. Trump, 2044. Trump, 2040. Trump, 2048. Yeah. Forever a dictator. He's just putting it in our face now, folks. That's his plan. We already knew it was true. Nobody should be shocked, but he's just saying it. Super cool, conservatives. Who cares about our democracy? Hey, wasn't Joe Biden so wrong by saying that MAGA supporters were a danger to democracy? Wasn't he so divisive for saying that? And folks, I'm not saying it's a cult, but it's a cult. Apparently this is a real book written by a real person handed out at Trump rallies. President Donald J. Trump, the Son of Man, the Christ. That's right. Because if there's anybody Jesus-like I could think of, it would be Donald Trump. Just so fucking tired. Oh, what's going on? And yep, definitely not a cult. Here's a former Trump lawyer, Lynn Wood, posted this. I thank God quite often for him. Trump and Q led me back to God. This is another reason I laugh thinking of the infiltration and movement of the Q board. That means the Jews. When you put it in brackets, that's the Jews. They must not have realized that the original Q's purpose was still being carried out even through the infiltration. I didn't know about Q until 2020, so I was certainly following the infiltrated board. I still researched, went down numerous rabbit holes, and didn't stop until I saw more than I was comfortable with. Then I would just find a new subject. I'm off track. I came here to say that Trump helped lead me to the path I was intended by God to be on. I wrote him an email thanking him for his work, dedication, and sacrifice, but also to thank him for putting God back in the USA. I thanked him for showing me that his movement is truly about good versus evil. He's right about that, just not the way he thinks. I realized my family belonged in the tiny Baptist church we joined, and I needed to be washed in the water. I wanted to be cleansed as bad as I needed it. Trump helped me open my heart back up to the Holy Spirit. My life has been better for it since. Trump wrote me back. Okay, it was probably his people, but he signed it. He made my year the day I received it and solidified how I felt about him. I'm grateful for Trump. Also for leading me to Lynn. I guess this wasn't Lynn. This is just on Lynn's board. I guess Lynn must have retweeted this. But anyway. Cult shit, folks. Trump's the Messiah, leading you back to God. Definitely false prophets. And I don't know, folks, but to me, this seems illegal. Apparently, Trump's True Social network is hawking literal fake money now. Here is your chance to own this special edition Donald Trump $2 bill. We use a brand new and crisp, genuine U.S. legal tender $2 bill and have placed a portrait of Trump along with his name and signature on the front. Perfect for true patriots. There we go. Aren't you a true patriot who likes to deface money? Super cool. Definitely not weird as fuck. And then on the Chud Watch. So this is their new talking point, folks. Trump might have stolen classified nuclear secrets, but that's no problem at all, folks. He shouldn't be tried at all for that. The only reason they're even trying to hold him accountable at all is to own the conservatives.
That part of the rationale for the raid was to incite the right. The left, what I'm calling the woke comms, are looking for reasons to oppress, particularly white males. Right? The whole argument is America is systemically racist.
Poor white males. Oh my God. Will somebody please think of the white males? When are white males finally going to get their chance to shine in our society? It's just so tough on us. As a white male, I can't believe every day I go back and I'm treated like some shit because of my race. It's so bad, y'all. Just goddamn it beyond parody. Or, hey, how about this dude? How about he broke the law? From the side that always chants about law and order, you motherfuckers sure do not like it when criminals are held accountable for their crimes.
About to be overrun by white supremacists. And if the right were to take...
We're about to be overrun by white supremacists in this country, folks. Could happen any day now. Hey, I sure hope that doesn't happen. I sure hope white supremacy doesn't eventually take hold in this country. Blink, 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 blink.
Overrun by white supremacists. And if the right were to take to the street, that would help confirm the woke comm narrative. I don't think we're there yet, but I think, we're getting closer.
Getting close, folks. You might have to start murdering people in the street to protect our criminal crime boss, cult leader. Prepare yourselves. And, what is this one? Oh, yeah, you guys heard about this one? One of the insurrectionists, the traitors, who committed January 6th, got on Facebook and talked about how it was the proudest day of his life. He's so proud of what he did. Yeah, he got 5 years. Enjoy jail, fucko. 5 years. Imagine doing 5 years for fucking Trump. So stupid. I'm trying to find the best part of this, where it talks about how this guy lives with his rich parents. McCauley, who has both U.S. and German citizenship, was unemployed and lived with his mother in Ridgefield, an affluent town along New York border. Public defender Jason Serra said at the time he was arrested at his father's second home where he was quarantining. So, goddamn it, they're just fucking losers. They just want to be a part of something so bad. Imagine being a mama's boy living at home with your parents and getting caught up in this bullshit and end up doing 5 years. Just seems unreal, but it's not in this trash world. And folks, who loves overtime? You love overtime, you know you do, and we still got plenty of goddamn show left. Holy God, look how much show we got left. We're just over halfway on this super mega show tonight, so support me, reward me for overtime. Get your super chats in and help out the show. And then, apparently they're having some kind of convention to celebrate the traitors who try to overthrow our government and install Trump as a dictator. Amazing. Saturday, September 24th, 1 to 4, Washington, D.C., January 6th, Solidarity, Truth Press Conference, calling all true patriots, because there's nothing more patriotic than being a traitor against your government and trying to overthrow it. Come support your January 6th heroes at the biggest J6 event today. Yeah, the FBI should show up. Arrest them all for being traitors. Just kidding. You guys have your First Amendment speech. You guys can get out there and celebrate traitorism all you want to. We'll just make fun of you. You're dying. Your ideology is dying. Keep it up. And General Flynn has a new grift out, y'all. Now he is selling baseball bats? Because of course he is. And you might be wondering, why is General Flynn, who is not an athlete, who never played baseball, why did he choose to sell baseball bats to the idiots that follow him? Well, it's because of the implication. You know, hey, it says patriot on it. I love God and country. I pledge allegiance. But also, I could crack some liberals in the head with it. You know, the implication. All right, that's a Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference for you guys who watch that show. And then, on the show to watch, look at all these cats. You can't see these cats. I got so many cats behind me right now. Definitely have to do some kind of kitty party at the end. Scammy Davis Jr. Ali Alexander. You guys know who Ali Alexander is? He's one of the guys who is behind the insurrection, and he looks like this. He looks exactly like Discount Sammy Davis Jr., so I call him Scammy Davis Jr. Just one of the dumbest, fuggliest bitches on the goddamn face of the planet. Anyway, he has got delusions of grandeur. Megalomania, you might call it, where he thinks he is an incredibly important historical figure that will be remembered forever. He says, January 6th will be remembered and taught long after the great American empire ends. Kind of flattering. In the same way people debate Christopher Columbus' role in not discovering America, they'll fight over Trump's role and my role in the origin of it all. Super flattering. Drake and Jay-Z won't be referenced as long as my name is Ali Alexander. That's right, folks. Fuck off, Drake. Fuck off, Jay-Z. Ali Alexander is the real name people are going to remember forever and ever and ever. Isn't that real life he's living in? Definitely not delusional and pathetic in any goddamn way. And did you guys see this one? Apparently, Marjorie Taylor Greene was arguing with some gun rights protesters and decided to kick one of them and release the video herself. I guess the whole video is like 3 minutes. Let me just play the part where she kicks the lady. That's not it. Let's skip down. It's Mariana Picora who retweeted. Did she literally just tweet a video out of her kicking me? Yep, she sure did. Here it is.
One that believes that the insurrection
step out of the
was
way.
a terrorist.
You're blocking a
She's literally kicking her. She's walking up behind her. She's just trying to walk along and talk to her congresswoman. And her congresswoman being the nutso batshit crazy I can't use the word gork anymore because somebody messaged me and told me not to use the word gork anymore. They said their sister was a gork is a slang word for people that are brain dead and they're about to pull the plug on them, and somebody messaged me with a very heartfelt wish that I would stop using the word gork as an insult because their sister was brain dead. They had to take her off life support and it bothered them, so I'm not going to use that word anymore. But anyway, horrific human being, instead of talking to the people that she's a congresswoman for, walks up behind them and kicks them to get them out of the way because of course
believes that the insurrection
step out of the
was
way.
a terrorist.
You're blocking a member of Congress.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You're
Excuse
blocking
me,
a
ma'am.
member of
Excuse
Congress.
me? Excuse me? Your body is getting in the way of the place I'm kicking. Excuse me?
Talking
Stay
to
away.
members of Congress.
You can't block members of Congress.
No, you're talking.
You literally cannot do that. That's against
We're literally unpaid.
Just goddamn it. Trash! Just amazing how trash conservatives are in every way. They never get tired of being the bottom of the barrel. And speaking of which, Lindsey Graham has angered the Republican Party because he dared go out there and tell people what they actually intend to do if we vote for them. He's trying to pass a bill that criminalizes abortion federally nationwide. Now, you might remember they have been claiming all along, hey, we don't want to do that. The state should decide, but you never listen to what they say because all they fucking do is lie. So here he is admitting it, saying the quiet part out loud.
So I look forward to the debate. I look forward to the vote. If we take back the House and the Senate, I can assure you we'll have a vote on our bill. If the Democrats are in charge, I don't know if we'll ever have a vote on our bill.
Wait, listen to him, folks. You heard it there first. We need a vote like a motherfucker. All you women. I mean, not just women, of course, because it's not just a women's issue, but you're the ones whose bodies they're regulating. You just heard him. He's going to take your right to choose federally away from you, which is odd because 5 weeks ago, folks, just a little over a month ago, this was him.
I think states should decide the issue of marriage and states should decide the issue of abortion. I think
And then 5 weeks later,
we should have a law at the federal level that would say after 15 weeks, no abortion on demand.
that's why you don't listen to what they say, folks. They don't mean anything. Their words don't mean anything. They just lie to distract you for long enough so they can do whatever they intend to do to begin with. Their words are meaningless. They're like cops. And conservatives are mad, yo. They're furious. They're not mad that he's trying to pass a federal law that bans abortion. They're mad that he's telling people about it. You'll notice that Lindsey Graham is being criticized for the timing of the bill, not for the bill itself. Specifically because he's telling people what they're going to do. Here he is on Fox News getting the business from some very angry conservatives who don't want people to know the truth.
China and North Korea are two of the seven.
We all agree on that,
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, listen. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and let America become that kind of nation.
No one's saying you need to sit on the sidelines, but yesterday wasn't the day to do that. Yesterday was the day they lost all momentum when this inflation thing punched them right in the face, and you gave them an out. A lot of people don't like that. You could have done it on any other day, just like you could have delayed the whole press conference, like Joe should have delayed that stupid party.
So I take issue. I don't think there's a bad day to stand up for the unborn. What am I trying to say? That America.
So they mad, folks. The reason they're mad is because for once he chose to tell the truth, and you're not supposed to tell the truth if you're a conservative. You're supposed to fucking lie every chance you get. And if you dare tell the truth, they will punish you for it. Here's Charlie Kirk. I am 100% pro-life with no exception except life of the mother. But why on earth are we introducing federal abortion bills with no chance of passing that will only serve to excite the Democratic base 54 days before the midterm? If you want to stop a red wave, this is how you do it. Yep. As Lance from the Surf says, why would you reveal what we do if we had power right before the election? You're not supposed to tell people what we're going to do. Lie to them. Don't you know how to be a conservative? Matt Walsh, mad as fuck too at Lindsey Graham.
He's never been a big pro-life advocate in the first place. Like Lindsey Graham? When has he ever showed that he gives a damn about the pro-life cause?
So the reason they're doing this, folks, is they know they're taking a lot of heat for Roe versus Wade being overturned. So part of some of them, not all of them, on the conservative side, their strategy is, hey, let's lean into it. Let's pretend like this is actually good and push it even harder. That's what we should do. We shouldn't run from it. We should feed into it, which that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
In the past, when Republicans have controlled the government, Lindsey Graham wasn't leading the charge to pass pro-life legislation. And there are things that could have been done even when Roe v. Wade was still active. So when they actually have the ability to do something, he doesn't want to do anything. And when the bill can't pass, that's when he's behind it. It's almost like he wants Republicans to lose.
It's not what he wants. He just has a stupid strategy because he's a fucking moron.
That's the conspiracy theory that I would actually subscribe to here.
That's right. They're turning against you, Lindsey. You didn't lie. Roger Stone, man, too. Roger Stone says, willful sabotage. The states must decide whether to regulate or ban abortion. This federal election is about our safety, security, health, food supply, economy, free speech, and the corruption of our justice system. Unless rhinos and Democrats try to make it about federal abortion policy, which the U.S. Supreme Court made unnecessary. Lindsey Graham is purposely helping the Democrats to ensure that we do not take back the U.S. Senate. Yeah, look how mad they are. He told the truth, folks. Furious. And he did a press conference about it, and it ended in a disastrous question. Look how this evil psychopath responds to a woman's question when she gives her story about how difficult her life was when she had to have a medical procedure to get rid of a baby and save her own life. And look at this crazy black woman in the back laughing and smiling like a fucking ghoul.
Graham, what would you say to somebody like me who found out that their son had an anomaly that would make him incompatible with life in 16 weeks? I had regular appointments, I did everything right, and at 16 weeks we found out that our son would likely not live. When he was born, he lived for 8 days. He bled from every orifice of his body, but we were allowed to make that choice for him. You would be robbing that choice from those women? What do you say to someone like me?
Here's what I would say. The world pretty much has spoken on this issue.
So nothing, basically. She just gave her whole story about how difficult it was for her, how hard he's making it for women. And he's like, Butch, we'll be like Iran. If we don't force women to have our rapist babies, we're going to be just like Iran somehow. Don't think about it. Just goddamn beyond garbage these folks are. But this is fantastic. Yep, louder for the people in the back, Lindsey Graham. Hold it higher. And they are, folks, women registering to vote in record numbers. Please keep it up, you fucking psychopaths in the Republican Party. You're losing. Love to see it. And on Fox News, another great example on why you should never listen to the words a Republican says, because they'll say one thing today with complete fucking confidence, and then tomorrow say the exact fucking opposite with the exact same amount of confidence and never own up to it. So here's New Hampshire Republican Senate candidate Don Baldouche trying to distance himself from something he just recently said.
Basically against Morse, the more establishment Republican candidate, because they were basically saying that you're so extreme that they think that you're more beatable. And one of the things that Maggie Hassan, the Senate incumbent, will say is that you are an election denier, that you deny that President Biden won the 2020 election. And there's this from August 14th when you had a debate. Watch here.
I signed a letter with 120 other generals and admirals saying that Trump won the election, and damn it, I stand by my election.
He stands by it, folks. Today? He stands by it, damn it. He's tough as fuck. And there's nothing that will ever make him change his mind. He's a patriot, and he stands... What's that? It's no longer politically popular to say that. You might not get elected if you keep that position. Oh, my.
You stand by that today?
So, you know, we you know, live and learn, right? And I've done a lot of research on this, and I've spent the past couple of weeks talking to Granite Staters all over the state from, you know, every party. And I have come to the conclusion, and I want to be definitive on this. The election was not stolen. Was there fraud? No. Yes. Is that a concern of Granite Staters all over the state? Yes, there is. Is there a responsibility for public servants in elected positions to ensure that our citizens have faith in their voting system? Yes. But elections have consequences. And unfortunately, President Biden is the legitimate president of this country, and he is ruining it, along with Maggie Hassan. And that is the...
Wait to listen, folks. If he gets elected, he's just going to say exactly what he said before. He's going to be like, yeah, I'm elected now, and hey, I started talking to some folks, and I researched it even harder than I did before, and now I do think it was fucking stolen again. Their words don't mean anything. Nothing. Don't give them the respect of pretending like you believe them. They don't deserve it. And Let them fight, folks. Two of the biggest dirtbags in the conservative movement are fighting each other. So you guys remember this total cringe master, Alex Stein. He's the guy from the vaccinate me all day long. Vaccinate me while I sing this song. Vaccinate me in the butt. Vaccinate me in my nuts. Remember that guy at the town hall meetings? He does this cringy ass rap. Well, now he is the new darling of the right because this is the best they can come up with. The right is getting better at comedy and the left is getting nervous. So anyway, he decided to attack Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw, one of the cringiest congressmen in the world. They're feuding. First off, Crenshaw posted this video to make fun of Alex Stein.
Yeah.
Crenshaw says, well, America, this is what happens when our culture degrades boys and doesn't teach them to be men. You're not a real man like Dan Crenshaw is. They end up like Alex Stein, a shameless, pathetic provocateur that is so desperate for clicks he will shame a group of veterans for their service. Just watch. He's right about that. I will agree with that. Anyway, here's the video.
Yeah, I'm a loser.
Warrior Project. This is the guy. This is the guy who tells veterans that their service.
Yeah, because those are weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist. So I'm anti-war.
Yeah. Served for
I'm anti-war because I don't believe. Did you guys find any weapons of mass destruction?
As a matter of fact, we did.
Oh, where was? Oh, what weapons of mass destruction? This guy.
You're actually going to go down this route, Alex.
Yeah, because we don't have any weapons of mass destruction.
You're looking like a fool right now.
You're
telling
veterans. You're the one that's giving
not
more
just
money
me,
to Ukraine.
but plenty
We
of
have a
veterans.
homelessness. We have
You're
so
telling
many
plenty
issues
of
here in
veterans
America.
that their
Who cares
service
more about
was
Ukraine?
wasted.
Yeah,
You're
it was.
disgusting.
You guys' service was wasted.
You're
For
disgusting.
globalists and bankers.
You are the modern day version.
I'm the modern day version. You worry more about Ukraine.
The right is eating itself, folks. That's what they be saying about the left. That's what they always say if there's even a minor disagreement. And of course, Alex posted his version of it. Where was it? Did I miss it? Okay, I guess I didn't fucking, I don't even give a shit. Anyway, yeah. Alex posted his version of it and where they're feuding and shit. And it's beautiful. I hope they tear each other apart. Fuck them. And folks, there is no difference between Jimmy Dore fans and conservatives. They're the same thing. They're exactly the same people. This is who Jimmy Dore fans are. Joe, a big Dore fan, a doorknob, as I like to call him, posed this video of Michael Brooks, rest in peace, and says, let's be real. Michael Brooks was a shit lib with Trump derangement syndrome. Sorry, not sorry. And then he follows it up with, where's the other one? That's not it. Oh, here he is. Then he follows it up with, I triggered the shit libs, crying, laughing, because that's what they're all about. I own the libs. It's the same mentality. They're the same fucking people. If you're a Jimmy Dore fan, please don't tell anybody you're a fan of. I don't want you to watch the show, but I can't tell you not to watch the show. If you want to watch the show, do it. But I don't have any respect for you. I think you're scum and garbage. So maybe that will help usher you out the fucking door. I don't respect you at all if you're a Jimmy Dore fan. They're just garbage humans. It's like Destiny fans. I don't respect Destiny fans either. You're all fucking garbage. All useless fucking trash. And then on the Chud Watch, Don Jr., Captain Cocaine, doing what they always do, folks, attacking education. The anti-intellectual movement. They exist for a reason. They love the poorly educated. The more educated you are, the more likely you are to be Democrats, and they hate that.
They're doing in the Democrat Party and the communists on their side. But it's our daily reminder once again, that our government schools are indoctrination centers. Okay, they are designed, in my opinion, at this point, simply to brainwash children. They're not there to teach you to think.
That's church. You're talking about church, dude.
They're not teaching you to, there to teach you how to make an argument and how to back it up. They are there to create the next generation of communist Marxists that so many in our public education would love to see.
All right, enough of this guy. Garbage Kids, they're dumb, and they want you to be dumb. They're so scared of an educated populace, and it shows. Just like the Bible, folks. You ever read the Bible and realize that the sin Adam and Eve committed was searching for knowledge? The very first book teaches that the search for knowledge is evil, that you just have to sit there and be stupid and do what you're fucking told and never question. And it's never changed. It's the conservative playbook from day fucking one. And I was going to make fun of for this one, but let's skip this one. We're already 30 minutes in overtime. Holy shit! Look at all the show we got to go. And we're only 30 minutes in overtime. And did you guys hear about Mike Lindell having his phone seized by the FBI? So Mike Lindell has been in a bit of trouble because he's had his crew go out to different counties and collect private data from voters that is illegal for him to obtain. Who you vote for is supposed to be private. All of your information is supposed to be private, but he has, really they're like cult members who follow him and believe his lies about the election, and they're willing to sell out the people in their county, the people they swore to protect and uphold their privacy, and just give the information to these unqualified partisan hacks that work for Mike Lindell, the pillow guy. So, yeah, that's illegal, highly. And so they went and seized his phone so they could build a criminal case, probably against him and everybody else involved in it. Here he is whining and playing the victim about it.
Today, the FBI, you're going to hear this, and you're probably already hearing it in the news. The FBI came after me and took my phone. They surrounded me at a Hardee's and took my phone that I run all my business, everything with. They could have just, what they've done is weaponize the FBI. It's disgusting. I don't have a computer. Everything I do have that phone, everything was on there.
You don't have a computer? Well, no wonder you think this cyber guy's voter fraud information is real. How the fuck do you not own a computer in 2022 and run a goddamn business? Just fucking beyond parody. Put this motherfucker in jail, please. Somehow I believe he's still going to be able to get crack even when he's in jail. And Rudy Giuliani, folks, want you to fight back. Fight back against this corrupt system that's oppressing conservatives. And you know the best way to fight back is, folks? I know you're going to be shocked by this. Prepare your shock face. The best way to fight back is to give Rudy Giuliani money. That's right. Buy a mind pillow and use Rudy Giuliani's code so he can get a kickback, which is fighting back. I can't believe it. Let's all be shocked together on 3, 2, 1, shock face. Did you do it? That was fun. I'm gonna do my shock face. Boom, new emoji card for shock face. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? So what? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Dusty's bad at this, y'all. Where? I thought it was right here. It's not showing up. My customized emojis are not showing up. Well, fuck my life. I was bitching at you guys for not doing it. I can't even pull it off. Shame on Dusty. I'm bad enough about it. And then, can you imagine being Gina Carano, folks? Had it made, was going to get her own show on fucking Disney and decided to fucking chud out in the hardest way possible. So now she's relegated to doing Breitbart movies and working for Ben Shapiro. And here she is on Tucker Carlson. Super, super fucking pathetic. And don't want to body shame, but I think she might be stress eating.
Here is Gina Carano explaining how she responded when Disney told her she had to give her pronouns.
I don't believe it. First of all, prove it. I don't believe for a goddamn second Disney ever told you you had to give your pronouns. Where is the email proving this? Where did they tell you this? Don't believe you.
She had to give her pronouns.
When I wouldn't hashtag trans rights and I wouldn't put my pronouns in, like, they kept on it pressuring. And finally, I just said, I'm not doing this, you know, like, I'm not, like, what are the pronouns? I didn't even know what people were talking about. I was just not clued in
What
to
is
the
a pronoun?
pronouns.
I have no idea. Never even heard. Shh. I've never been to school, learned basic English.
Into the pronouns thing, which apparently that's been happening for like 7-8 years now, right? It's been happening.
But no one has ever explained its purpose. What I mean,
I didn't know.
You're just supposed to know.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, you're a bigot.
Yeah. Well, then I put beep bop boop in my
beep bop boop.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No one ever told you how to put pronouns in. You're just making that up. You just did it because you're transphobe and trash. So enjoy those big budget Breitbart movies. If there's one thing, and also, like, I hate to say this, don't want to body shame, but if there's one thing I know about conservatives, it's how much they support the big gals. So you're going to do great over there in conservative media. Big things for sure, sister. And then, so this is the new generation of conservatives. You might wonder, hey, all conservatives do nowadays is try to hurt people. That's their entire playbook. How can we be giant fucking pieces of shit? And then you might wonder, well, what kind of people does this attract? What kind of young people would join the Republican Party when this is all they have to offer? Well, it would be the America First crowd. You know, the Nick Fuentes incels. And they have podcasts, pretty popular podcasts. They're popping up everywhere, telling us exactly what they're all about. Here's one. Dalton Clodfelter. Let's see if he says the quiet part out loud.
I want to make this very clear. I do believe in free speech for everyone, as of right now.
Good.
As of right now, I believe that we need an open dialogue. I believe that we all need to talk. And I believe that we all deserve a place on these platforms, these mainstream platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. I do believe in that. However, once we take power, I see no problem with silencing our opposition. I want to make this very...
No shit! That's what I've been saying forever. The whole free speech absolutionist bullshit is simply an excuse to platform white supremacists. That's all it's ever been. It's transparent as fuck, which is why I've been calling it out for, I don't know, been doing videos about this for years and years and years. You're just an SJW, Dusty. I thought you loved free speech. I see through your pathetic fucking arguments. And here's another example, folks, and cringe warning for those susceptible to cringe-induced injuries. Don't break a rib or some shit. This is what happens when you get this new generation of conservatives together, and it's late at night, and they want to impress their friends. Holy God, how can you get more cringe than these people?
We make sure that they, they recognize the male dominance. We beat the shit out of these women, these female kikes. Have I said kike too much on the show? Is that unoptical at this point? What's going on?
I mean, it's 5 a.m., so I think that you get a pass, right?
Nobody gives a fuck at this point.
Exactly.
You know, when past 5 a.m., I get really anti-Semitic.
This is rated R, bitch.
Yeah, when at past 5 a.m., you're gonna see dicks, you're gonna see tits, and you're gonna hear me say the word kike. That's just the truth.
It's how it goes. It's real human being shit, dude.
It's real human being shit. You know, if you can't take, I spoiled this, yesterday. I said that I was probably going to go to Pulse nightclub with a Nerf gun.
Hilarious. Pulse nightclub, the gay nightclub where the terrorist went in and murdered a bunch of gay people because he was homophobic. Yeah, hilarious. I'm going to take a Nerf gun to it. Super classy and awesome. Trump supporters are the best, aren't they?
Why are you laughing? Why the fuck are you laughing at me?
Because it's a great idea, I think.
You think it's a great...
It's a totally fantastic idea.
Now, I'm not going to do anything to anybody. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to hang out.
Yeah, just go in there, hang out. It's a very symbolic site. Yeah. Right? You're just going there to have a little bit of fun. I mean, I don't really see an issue with that.
Yeah, a little symbolism. We're going to, we might end up doing that. And we got some other stuff planned. Tomorrow, by the way, banana on the beach. It's going to be fucking crazy. I mean, that's some great content. This guy, this black nigger.
Fucking nigger.
He chugged a beer with me. Said it was cool if I was racist. So we're in the clear there.
There we go.
I can say the hard R all I want. Nigger, 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 nigger. Whatever the fuck I want to say. We're taking it back. Fuck the e-thoughts. Fuck the dumb bitches. Fuck the kikes. Fuck the e-whores. I don't give a fuck, nigger. I'm here to party.
Woo, super cool. Hey, the reason you guys don't find that hilarious is because you don't have a sense of humor. They're comedic geniuses. Fucking snowflakes. Just God damn it. But the good news is, folks, they're losing. More and more people are opening their eyes to what a shit show conservatism is. Case in point, finish this out on a high note. President Joe Biden's approval rating with adults under 30. In July, he had a 49% approval rating and a 59%, no, he had a 49% approval rating and a 51% disapproval rating in July. August, 59% approval rating and a 41% disapproving. Dark Brandon is rising, folks. It's actually working. We are fucking winning. There's only so much evil and cruelty can get these people. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be able to cast a light on these sad sacks of shit and mock them into extinction like the betas they are.
Beta!
Beta! I hate that. I'm sorry. I hate that. And all right, that is my Chud Watch. What you guys got to say on this overtime? Wow, I know. Don't get in trouble, Dusty. When do I ever fucking try not to get in trouble? I don't ever worry about that shit. I just do whatever I want to do, whatever I think I need to, and then the chips fall where they may. Whatever fucking happens, happens. I thought his name was Claude Filler. Probably be a better name, more accurate one. Dark Brandon Rising. All right, you did it. I love my dust buddies. You see all these Dark Brandon emoji cons that the super cool kids and the dust buddies get to do. Don't you want to do that? Peer pressure, become a dust buddy. And I love that beta sound.
Beta.
But you know what I think of JLP? I only have two. I need to add more sound effects. I don't really want to add more sound effects, though, because I think those sound effect thing is real cheesy. That's what that dumbass was doing on his show. I don't want to do that. And now, folks, moving right along on this super huge episode of the Dusty Smith Show, it's time for... What the fuck? WTF question mark, WTF exclamation point. And first off, I don't know why they apologize for this. They should give these people medals. Apparently they hired a stripper to go to an old folks home, and amazing. Where is this old folks home? That's what one I want to go to. I mean, I guess maybe it's bad for their hearts. I don't know, but if you had to die, what better way to go? So I'm for it. Apparently this happened in, I don't know, Korea or some shit. Moving there, that's for sure. And then on what the fuck? Folks, did you see this one? So, this is hard to believe. It's not really, I guess. I say that. If this were an alternative universe where things actually made sense and weren't so fucking ridiculous, it'd be hard to believe. But it's not. We live in a dark comedy simulation, so it's very easy to believe. But anyway, during 9/11, there was all this jingoism, fake patriotism. And so people were pointing out how ridiculous jingoistic, patriotistic movies about soldiers are. And so somebody shared this clip. This is an actual, I guess it's not really a movie. It's almost a documentary that was made by National Geographic. What I'm about to show you, folks, was made by National Geographic. And the whole point of this clip is to make us feel sorry for a U.S. soldier who goes overseas, invades another country, and murders 4 generations of a family. This should be in the Beyond Parody section. This is how crazy this shit is. Let's have a look.
No, 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 no. Don't do that. Put the gun down, kid. Don't do it. Oh, damn it!
Don't go tonight. Stay here one more time. Remind me of the time. And let's fall in love.
good? You
One
good?
more time. Need you now. By my
So sad. I just killed 3 What a
It
family.
tears me
Poor guy.
up when you turn me down.
I see her.
Begging, please, just stick around.
She's just a kid.
I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that love is gone. I can't breathe, I'm so weak. I know this isn't
We don't do this.
easy.
These people use their
Tell
kids.
me that
So who does that?
love is gone.
Does
They
that?
may be into-
They're the bad guys. I mean, yeah, we invaded their country and we're murdering them all, but why are they so evil? I'm so sad that I had to murder them all. What the absolute fuck, America? National Geographic put this shit out, folks. So at least I got introduced to my new favorite comedian, Robin Tran. Awesome name, who made a joke about this exact scenario. Let's have a listen.
I am Vietnamese, so I must say that I do not like Vietnam War movies that are made by Americans. I hate all the Vietnam War movies. Born on 4th of July, Platoon, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I hate? You know why I hate them? Because like they use like dead Vietnamese bodies as like a prop to show how sad some white guy is. You know what I'm talking about? Like it'll be like a Vietnam War movie. It'll be like a village of like slaughtered Vietnamese children, like just the most horrible shit you've ever seen. And it shows like an up close of Tom Cruise's sad face. And he's crying. And you're supposed to watch that and go, oh my God, poor Tom Cruise. Oh, is Tom Cruise okay? And I'm watching that going like, that looked like my fucking niece. Is she okay? Can we go back to seeing if my niece is dead, you Oscar-winning movie? Can you imagine if we did that shit to white people? If there was a movie of just a sea of dead white children, and it shows an up close of some Vietnamese guy's face, and he just goes, "Yikes! Oh,
Pretty good joke. I like that. Robin Tran. Go subscribe. And then, speaking of what the fuck, here's a hell of a headline. Couple arrested after man cuts off his own leg in front of daughter. Woman leaves child at home. What? Okay, I'll allow it. Apparently, she thought that he was going to harm her because he was threatening her. So, of course, she leaves her young daughter at home alone with him, and he ends up cutting off his own leg in front of her. And they asked, why did you leave your daughter at home? And she was like, I wasn't worried about my daughter. So cool. Parents of the year here. A little less of this guy now, though, so that's good. At least he can't chase you. And did you guys hear this one? Starting to think that some Trump supporters might be slightly mentally ill, folks.
Is facing several charges after allegedly saying that he wanted to kill Democrats. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Kim Gable. 61-year-old Jan Stavovi allegedly took a loaded gun into a Delmont Dairy Queen, and police say the quick actions of an officer saved lives.
KDK has learned he has a past of repeated outbursts and alarming behavior, and as Chris Hoffman reports, he was kicked out of multiple churches before this. Chris.
Ken and Kim, in the past 2 years, Stavovi has been asked to leave 2 different congregations in Westmoreland County leading up to Saturday's arrest. Both sent him letters that they say he had outbursts and was threatening in the churches. This past Saturday is when Delmont police say Stavovi walked into this Dairy Queen on State Route 66 in a yellow safety vest and rainbow clown wig. Callers told police he had a gun, and within a minute, Officer Gregory Stahl was there. Multiple people were inside the DQ at this time, and police say a group of people, including several with intellectual disabilities, were heading inside. Officer Stahl found Stavovi and took him into custody. Police found a loaded .40 caliber handgun and ammo on him. Stavovi allegedly told police he was, quote, undercover, and he was, quote, working to restore Trump to President King of the United States. He says he was armed to, quote, kill Democrats and liberals and to protect himself from, quote, drug traffickers. Investigators got a search warrant and found 2 more guns in his car, along with 62 rounds of ammo. And looking at Stavovi's Facebook page, he has a history of outbursts and threats. The newsstand Assembly of God asked him to leave their congregation in August of last year and not come back to their property. Their letter recommended he get some professional help, and their pastor told me on the phone they have not had contact with Stavovi since he left, and they are now praying for him. And then...
So we're in a clown wig, threatening to kill Democrats at the Dairy Queen. Super cool. Apparently, I am now out of sync. I thought I fixed that. I plugged it into a new thing. We're working on fixing the problem, but at least we know how to handle this, folks. We're going to be calm, cool, and collected. We're not going to freak out. We're going to save the super chats and save as super chats 166, and I am going to reboot. But folks, I still have plenty of show for you guys. Look at all. I don't really have that much of a show for you guys. So maybe I'll just end the show now. Should I do the rest of the show, or should I just end it now and do the rest of this Monday? We're already almost into super overtime. All right, I'm going to do it. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Tell each other jokes. Best joke wins. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Show starts back up in 2 minutes. Go to the bathroom. See you guys in a second. All right, we're back, folks. And I'm definitely not doing anything right now. Definitely not doing anything I'm not supposed to do right now. If I get a little giggly, it has nothing to do with anything. Sorry. I didn't smoke anything. You smoked something. I don't even know what the fuck you're even talking about. All right. Let's see. Hopefully I'm back up running. Live stream. All right. Oops. Nope. God damn it. Come on. Fuck me. God damn it. Fuck off. I don't know why it logged into some stupid bullshit. Switch account, please. All right, there we go. Switch that account. I'll get it all worked back out, folks. All right, here we go. Now go to the studio. All right, now go to the, come on. Go to the content, go to live shows. Then we're going to click on this. Boom, we did it. Is it working? Excellent connection, it says it is. Hopefully I'm back. All right, don't call it a comeback. Been here for years. You're stoned. I'm not stoned. I don't do that. All right. Boom. Okay, scroll back down. Let's find our place. Getting back. Hopefully I'm in sync now. Is my voice in sync? Hopefully. Who won the joke? What was the best joke they told? Don't cough, you don't get off. True story. And then, guys, hear about this one. Apparently, they got Unabombers for VR now. Pressurized case that detonated at Northeastern contained note criticizing Mark Zuckerberg. What the fuck? Law enforcement officials are investigating after a pressurized case with a rambling note directed at Facebook detonated at Northeastern University, leaving one person hospitalized on Tuesday night. Basically, they were like, fuck this metaverse. Fuck VR. If you don't like VR, don't wear it, motherfucker. I'll put my shit on just to piss you off. Who's sending bombs because of VR? You guys need to try the VR porn and just chill the fuck out. What's going the hell on? This is Pretty Boy over here. What's that Pretty Boy? Say hello. Hello, I'm so pretty back there. I make this show so much better. I'm such a star. And moving right along, folks. We're about to enter super overtime. And who loves super overtime? You love super overtime. So reward me for the very rare but always awesome super overtime. And then on the what the fuck section. Apparently this girl decided that she never wants to have a job again. Bad life decisions. Suboptimal. So this is Kim. And you might have noticed she has a giant 1488 tattoo across her chestal area. And yes, that is a Nazi symbol. a Nazi number, a Nazi sign for what I'm assuming is a Nazi bitch. Kim is 16 miles away, not far enough, and it says, I'm Kimberly, separatist, shocker, single mom, oh boy, she's single, fellas. How could that be possible? 5 foot tall, 106 pounds, she's a spinner. I don't like serious people. I don't think I have a problem with anybody taking you seriously ever again. I love beer and guns. I bet you do, you Nazi bitch. My personality is shit. Yeah, no duh. Like we could have fucking guessed. Strongly opinionated. No. Oh, I almost said it. Almost read that. Damn. No N-words. Doesn't really, if you're listening at home, it doesn't actually say the N-word, but it says another word that's supposed to mean the N-word, and I don't want to say either one of those words. So, no pigs. No hypes. No left-wing liberal faggots. So call me, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Holy shit, what a train wreck. And this is the type of girl, obviously she's going to find a guy who's going to beat the shit out of her because she only dates Nazis, right? They're going to beat the fuck out of you. She's going to be crying, why can't I find me a nice man? Why am I still a single mom? Because you're a fucking Nazi. What do you goddamn expect? Holy shit. And yeah, folks, I'm a little bit stoned. Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. So if I am not as lucid and as fluid with my commentary as I was before the break, they're not related in any way. And anyway, folks, you got a wedding, right? As we all do eventually. And you're like, hey, how can I look super cool at my wedding? I know. I'll drive up on a motocross, that's not a word, motocross motorcycle thing and look super cool. What could go wrong? Oh, yeah, now you got brain damage. That's not what you want. But maybe the doctor can marry you? Oh, yeah, that's your skull. He wasn't even wearing a helmet. He's like, oh, if I wear a helmet, that will mess up my hair. I gotta look super good on my wedding day, but now you have stitches and your skull is open and your brain's hanging out, which is less attractive than the helmet hair, in my opinion, but whatever. And then, did you guys hear about this one? Apparently, a semi full of dildos and lube spilled its load. And it won't be the only load that is spilled because of this incident, I'm guessing. But the best is yet to come. Double entendre. But yeah, dildos all over the highway, basically, is the gist of this. And they're like, what is that? What is it? Zoom in.
And lost its load here.
It lost its load.
This box truck that's on a little bit further east there, Bob. This box truck
carrying there. What's all over the road?
What is it?
All right, that's
a mess for sure.
That's the latest. I-40 eastbound.
We don't want to say it's dicks.
It's like some
vibrators, yeah. Not really.
Not really. We can't
maybe
say.
You can tell. I can't tell. You know, the good thing involved in this too is the driver's not injured.
Good.
There's no injuries.
Those are dicks. I
there's a lot
those.
of stuff laying on the road. Whatever it is, it's going to take a while to clean up.
Some kind of
all right.
sexual
aid.
Vibrators.
And Bob Mills Sky News
I recognize vibrators. I have a lot of those.
Blocking the Kilpatrick.
Sad day for the sex toy industry. A lot of people gonna be having to go manual tonight. God damn it, that's no fun. And all right, that is my what the fuck section. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see what the dirty sexies have to say. Major brain damage. I know. And then he got married. Hi, Dusty, it's fun. Cool. The horror sploosh. Mistakes are made. Truck drivers cocked up. I'm exactly the same when I'm stoned as I am when I'm sober. Know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Sexy wreck. I know. I'll help clean up. I got this, guys. I got it. The whole thing. And now, folks, this. We could be heroes just for I'm so stoned I almost thought that was Billy Idol. And then first, all the heroes, apparently they're starting to add menstrual products to the girls' restrooms, which is good. Like sometimes it happens without you expecting it, and having to go through the embarrassment of borrowing one or finding someone that has one can be an unneeded hassle, so it should be provided for the convenience in all the bathrooms. So my high school started offering free period products. All people who menstruate should be able to access period products free of charge and with dignity. Turn the download to access free period products. So good. Keep it up, heroes. More of that, please. Positive things in the world is what we need, and less negative. And did you guys hear about this billionaire guy, Yvon Chouinard, who founded Patagonia? I've heard of that. I think, isn't that a country? I don't know. I thought that was a country, but I've heard of Patagonia, so if it's not a country, then maybe it's just his country, his company I heard of. Either way, I don't know. Anyway, it's some kind of outdoor sports bullshit, I think. I don't know. I only ship at Walmart, to be honest. That's what we got here. Like, what am I going to do, right? And Amazon? I don't know the name. Anyway, so he gave all his money away. Yeah, what a fucking hero. He gave his company away. He's like, yeah, I don't want to be a billionaire anymore. I didn't mean to be a billionaire. I was accidentally being a billionaire, which is bullshit. You don't fucking accidentally be a billionaire. You do it by fucking people over. But anyway, at least now he's feeling guilty. And he's like, oh, I fucked a lot of people over. I'm a billionaire. Here, take all my money. I'm about to die. So good. Everybody do that, like Yvon Chouinard or whatever the fuck his name is. And then one more hero. What is this one? Oh, in the Ukraine, more people getting liberated, which seems cool. Remember what J.D. Vance said, that piece of shit conservative politicians running for Congress? J.D. Vance said, I gotta be honest with you, I really don't care what happens to Ukraine one way or another. But this is what's happening. They're being liberated. How can you not give a shit because you're a conservative? That's why. These people who fear for their lives were occupied by a deadly evil force, and they're incredibly happy to be liberated. About the most horrible thing you think of. So why would a conservative care about this anyway? Why are you guys like that? I mean, there's a part of me that feels bad for you, you know? I'm stoned, so I almost want to cry. I almost feel bad for you, because you have to really hate yourself. Your life has to be such shit, and you feel like such garbage about who you are, that you feel like you have to tear other people down and bring them down to your level and make them suffer so you feel better about yourself. And I know that has to be coming from a place of pain. But all you're doing is causing more pain. You're not solving the problem, you're adding to it. And you don't have to do that. If you actually do good things, you feel better about yourself. You can lift yourself up out of that misery through your actions. I'm sorry. Anyway. And then, that was all my heroes section. All right. What you got to say about those heroes? Cool, hugs for all. Yep, these are heroes. Agreed. Very emotional on the heroes tonight. Plus, I'm a little bit stoned. Fucking goddamn weed. Love you guys back. Thank you. All right, let's move along, folks. We're done. Hour 3 of the show. We're still going strong here, and we got a whole nother small section and medium section. So let's get it going. Time for 3 Karens this week, so let's go ahead and play the Karen intro, because I made this, and I'm good at this. So let me show it off and brag about it. Here we go. It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause bitch, you're caring too much. Why are you caring so much, bitch? And that goes to men too, not sexist. This is how you treat a Karen, folks. I think actually this is the playbook people are starting to use. I've seen this happen a good bit lately. I think people are starting to catch on to how you handle these Karens, and it's just like this.
Things are out of your control or out. You could have simply said, You know, I'm very sorry that I can't handle this at time. Here is a card, or here's a number you can call, but I'm very sorry that I can't do this.
So here's the thing. You weren't privy to the entire conversation, number one. Number two, it had absolutely nothing to do with you. Number three, you came in and you didn't de-escalate, ma'am. You escalated the situation. Number four, I read your unflattering review on our lovely chef. You were upset about coffee that you came 15 minutes prior to when coffee is even served, and you were upset because it didn't come to you immediately.
Oh, I didn't say anything about
I
coffee.
thought you did.
Excuse me, that was not me. That was me.
It's 2022.
Give me my receipt.
We're not dealing
Give
with
me
this.
my fucking receipt.
We are not dealing with this kind of behavior in 2022, ma'am.
That's good. Give me my
and no,
receipt,
you will
please.
not curse at me. You will step out of my office immediately. I will email it to you.
I will step out of your office.
We don't condone this
Give
behavior.
me my receipt, please.
We don't condone this behavior in 2022. Out.
Give me my
Out.
receipt, please.
We don't condone this in don't you ever talk to me like that. Shame on you. You need to work on your people skills, and you are not welcome back. Don't you ever speak to me like that.
Come
Good.
back to this
Thank
place.
you. You are a
And you
Karen.
know what?
You are the definition of a Karen, and we are not putting up with that in 2022.
You know what you
Good
are?
day, ma'am.
Don't even let her speak. Tell her off. Shut the door. Good day, ma'am. No, you don't get to have the last word. Fuck off. Love to see it. And this woman, you can see the soul leave her body at a certain point when she realizes she's going to be fired. She did not realize she was being recorded, and then she did the racist Karen thing. And the moment she realizes she's being recorded, she knows kind of it's over. So she kind of doubles down on it, but you can tell she knows. Go ahead and make this big so you guys see. Oh, so the backstory is apparently these people rear-ended her, and they were trying to kind of drive off and not give their information to her. And then she, and this is just a small clip of the whole thing.
Inside. You've been drinking? Have you been at the game drinking? No, I said we're getting. No, you said you've been drinking. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is white entitlement right here. I need your insurance, please.
I'm giving you my insurance.
I need your insurance. Thank you. Thank you for being respectful.
Okay.
I
I will give
appreciate
you my
that.
insurance.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to. A spick? Yeah, you spick. Okay. Or Indian or whatever the fuck. I'm not Indian. You don't belong in America. I don't belong in America. Are you videoing? Yes, I am.
It was about right here she done realized she done fucked up.
I will be getting your license plate. I am videoing you. I guarantee you will probably lose whatever job you have for this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Go poke yourself.
You should. Wow.
Go poke yourself.
You should. I mean, dude, I'm sorry. You have to witness this. This is your own wife. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry your wife about to lose her job, but you can't be racist against people in public and get caught on camera anymore. Might want to not do that. I mean, you should have never been doing it to begin with, but you probably should especially not do it now because camera everywhere, right? You're going to get caught doing that and then you're going to lose your job, see? And I know it. Some people are like, oh, cancel culture, but that's actually a good thing. That is social accountability. We have to make examples out of some people so that other people know not to repeat this behavior. And like, you shouldn't have done that to begin with, but you did. So it's going to be made an example so everybody else learns from your mistakes. So like, thank you for your service. I don't know. Next up, one more Karen, folks. What is this one? Oh yeah, apparently this is Uber Karen, and she was driving an Uber, and she decided to try to steal these black folks' charger, which their phone charger. They're only like $3 for $6. Like, why would you try to steal? She must be a klepto or something. Just crazy. But they got her on camera and humiliated her. Oops. Try that again.
Can you show those two chargers that you just hid down there at the bottom?
Today we have a Karen here. Yep.
Today's episode of Broke Uber Drivers.
Broke Uber Drivers.
Sponsored by New York Broke Uber Drivers.
So this lady has claimed that Roger has stolen her charger.
She has the chargers and they're underneath her seat.
Okay, they're underneath her seat.
Like, we didn't see her stuff it underneath. She called the cops so she could get away with taking my charger. And it's gonna tell, like, she got it on camera. So I'm like, just show them the camera footage.
She didn't want to show anybody the camera footage. Yeah, don't fucking look back here. I'm gonna record your ass. No, she don't even want to be on camera. I wouldn't either, because I'd be embarrassed.
This Karen took my charger, stuffed it under her seat, and when I told her I wasn't leaving until she gave it back, she called the cops like it was supposed to scare the black people away. Now, I could have just let this go. It's just a $20 charger, but I saw she had a dash cam recording, and it was the audacity and arrogance in this woman's voice, believing the cops were her weapon, and they automatically just take her side when she called them. It made me just be like, I'm about to prove a point to this.
What's your name? It's an Uber. Sherla.
It's the principal.
It's the principal, for sure. I'm the same way.
So the cops are here now looking at the footage. So we finally got the dash cam footage to the cops, and we made her watch that shit as proof. And you know how Karens do. Now she want to start crying. Shut your ass up. And Jersey Shore right here, he finally got fed up and was like, we saw the footage. If you don't give them back their charger, I'm locking you up.
We watched it on camera.
That's what I thought. Thank you, guys. It only took us 2 hours and 6 cops to prove on a camera that this took my damn charger.
So she must be mentally ill, obviously. Like, that's what kleptomania is. Because she recorded it herself. It's just nuts. Like, I knew my sister has this friend. I shouldn't talk about this. My sister has this friend, and she married this real rich dude. They're like millionaires. But she'll go to, like, the convenience store and just steal candy bars and shit and just walk out. And she's been busted so many times, like, put in jail so many times. And they're rich. I'm like, that's just a person that just does it because they're like, they're kleptos. I guess they live off that adrenaline rush or whatever. But that has to be what that's all about. Some kind of mental illness. I'm no psychologist or nothing. But, and all right, folks, that is my Karen section. What you guys got to say real quick? And then I'm going to do a slow news week and end this show. This long-ass 3.5-hour show I'm doing tonight. That's why my package is late. Yeah, blame them. Caught you red-handed. I know, just nuts. Dusty, please take a few more hits. Nah, not right now. I'm all good for now. I'm going to wait until the show's over. But thank you. All right. Great Karen section. Appreciate it. Move right along. Last chance to get into your super chats. If you want to reward me for super triple overtime, do that. And for my good speaking, also, I should be rewarded. So right now, let's do some slow news week. Slow news week with Dusty Smith. Yeah! Special stoned yeehaw, loud as fuck. So I want to play this video because it gives me an excuse to tell a story I've told before, but it's a pretty good story and it's sort of related to this. And it's a good life lesson about why you should always make sure things are unplugged and the electricity is turned off before you work on things. I don't give a shit if this video is old. I want to get mad about it, y'all. So anyway, this dude, okay, I was talking over it. Yeah, that's what happened. So he was working on it, and the electricity shocks you, and then he's on the ladder, and he's, oh, yeah, that's not what you want, and then he falls off the ladder. So have a story that sort of relates. I've told this story before, it's funny. So when I was like 14, 15, I was over at my grandma's house, and she had this old rotary phone, and she was like, hey, I got this new rotary phone. Can you hook my phone up? And I was like, sure, no sweat. And it wasn't just shit that you plugged into the wall. You had to strip wires and then wind wires around things and then screw it in to get it to work. And so I had to strip these wires off the phone, but I had noticed previously that when the electricity on the house goes out, when the lights go out, the phone continued to work. It was a rotary phone and it continued to work even when the electricity was out. So my genius brain thought, hey, this phone does not use electricity. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to strip these wires with my teeth. So then I woke up about 5 minutes later on the floor, And I was like, oh, those are electrical. You might not want to do that. So that's my story. And then on the slow news week, some good proof that helmets save lives, folks. Unlike that dumbass groom dude who's missing his skull now, I'm sure. Here's some other great proof that if you ride a motorcycle, you would absolutely have to be incredibly stupid not to wear a helmet. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, his head's under a bus. That's not where you want your head. Where was your head today? Under a bus? That's a bad day then, isn't it? But at least he wore his helmet. So he's alive, I assume. It appears. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know when this video is. Maybe he's dead now, because that's how time works. But it looks like he lived this encounter with a bus. Wear your helmet is the short and skinny of that story. And one more? Or is it two more? One more or two more? Whatever. Oh, did you guys see this one? That's pretty good. I saw this from Honest Red. So this guy was...
All right. You guys promised not to get mad at me, huh?
Did a caricature of them, and they're pigs! They're pigs! He about to show them. It's just okay. But the cool thing is, I guess, I don't want this to be propaganda or nothing, but they showed that he actually did show them, and they had a good humor about it. So
big reveal.
Big reveal. At least they laughed and they didn't beat him or
Hey, you guys ready? Come over here.
But they're on camera, so who knows?
Oh man, I feel like Rodney King.
3, 2, 1.
Is that Jersey? Is that what Jersey looks like? I have no idea what this is, but for some reason, I just believe this is Jersey because when I think of Jersey cops, this is what I'm thinking of. So I don't know. Somebody look into that for me. All right, one more. Oh, what is this one? Okay, we find out together. Oh yeah, I want to do this. This is funny. Somebody take one of those drone shows over to an uncontacted tribe and you be their god, right? What are they gonna do? Not believe that's God? They gonna worship you, right? You're like, don't eat me. First of all, don't arrow me anywhere. Listen to that guy up there. He's telling you not to do that. And then, I don't know. I had, if it was white folks, they would just enslave them, right? So don't do that, I guess, because that's bad. That's depressing to think of. Anyway, that's my show. Let me read the super chats. I got them over here, don't I? Yeah, boom. And we're going to do a quick Q&A at the end of the show after the super chats. Fuck my life right now. Come on, Dusty. Do the super chats. Do it. All right, you can do this. All right, I already read that one. Already read that one. Where are the pictures of the furries? Nowhere. They don't exist. They just made that up. I'm a furry and I demand access to your litter box. Already read that. Whippet fun! Woohoo! Disequal! Thank you. I do enjoy me some whippets. Kimber Lover 1972, $2, 5 years for January 6th is not enough. True. What's she gonna do though? Basset Hound, new member, $10. Don't forget to listen to God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. God Save the Queen! A fascist human being! I've literally never heard that song before, but I have heard other people sing it sort of in my peripheral, and so I sort of a little bit have a memory of it. But my cousins used to be rock, punk rock, mohawk motherfuckers, and they used to listen to all that shit. $2 from MJ. What's up, MJ? Appreciate you. $5 from numbers 11-235. I can't help being a Destiny fan. I'm attracted to logic and reason. I mean, there's are you attracted to integrity, to a moral framework of your life that actually puts good out in the world instead of bad? Because I do agree that most of what he says is true, but he also uses his platform to help. He's helping white supremacists. He's helping white supremacy to spread, and it may look like he's combating it, but he's actually giving them a platform where they're becoming more popular. They're not coming on his platform because they're becoming less popular. They're not coming on his platform because he's owning them. And go read their chats. They think Nick Fuentes is owning Destiny. They think he is crushing this lefty. He is so cool for being associated, and it is only helping him spread that bullshit. He's not eradicating it. So regardless if his points are generally true and fact-based, what he's doing with his platform is hurting our society, and so you shouldn't support that. It's not a good thing to support, in my opinion. But thank you for the $5. Beltrain 421, $10 Canadian. I put my pronouns on my official work email and got a note from my supervisor about it. He reminded me of our policy on such things and that it had to be in both official languages. Pretty funny. Is that a joke? I like it either way. Cuber Lover 1972, Dusty, if you say you're against the Patriot Act, which is dressed up sound for patriotic, you are thought as a traitor. Yes, I talk about this all the time. They like to name things the opposite of what they are so they can claim that you are somehow wrong or bad for opposing them. Jason Moore, what the cost to keep Trump in office? 1 pence. Pretty funny. I like that. Even Pence that would vote for him. It's crazy that is. Daniel, $2. The whole show is hero section because we have you all blush. Thank you, Daniel. And whoa, Lauren Stein's Sanctuary once again. Superhero tonight's show. I had a really rough week. I had to bury one of my dads on my birthday this week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, if there's anything we can do for you, let us know. People give her some, or give them, I don't know what your pronouns are, give them some sympathy in the chat. This is nothing like, I shouldn't even bring this up because it's not even a related story at all, but it's kind of made me think about how I thought we lost Baby Yoda this week. Baby Yoda apparently got out and was roaming around the yard, and I just assumed that she was going to die because, you know, it's a hard world out there for stray animals. That's usually what happens to them. But anyway, she came back, so that had a happy ending. But I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Randolph Gallagher. Why did I all of a sudden go into ASMR mode? Because I'm stoned? Anyway. If you're not watching Reservation Dogs, you should be hilarious. Oh, I did watch the first season of that, and then I kind of fell off on the second season. Maybe I'll pick that back up. Thank you for the recommend. Zachariah Smith. Got in late. Gonna rewatch. Well, I mean, you know the rules. No forgiveness, Zachariah. So, burn in hell for eternity. I lost my brother's cat, and he came back a week later. All right. The brother or the cat? I'm sorry for your dad. Oh, yeah. I had a completely relatable story I could have told to that. My dad died. And instead of thinking, you talked about your dad dying, and instead of thinking about my dad dying, I thought about a cat. So that's where the fuck I am in my life, apparently. All right. Thank you for all the super chats. Oh, Twinner got one in. $2. Thank you, Twinner. Appreciate it. Good to see you tonight. All right, let's do a quick Q&A with Dusty Smith on the greatest show in all of human history. ASRM, is that what it is? I thought it was ASMR. All right, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Is that post his MAGA hat? I don't know, it's somebody else. God Save the Queen, we mean, oh yeah, God Save the Queen, we mean it! Man, I sort of remember that. Fascist regime! Yeah, I remember that part too. He's a crybaby. He's just a video gamer. I don't know who we're talking about. We're talking about Destiny? Great show, Dusty. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Hey, appreciate it, Slicer Time. Dusty, I so appreciate the triple overtime. Hell yeah, we rocked it tonight. I was hoping I had the whole audio issue fixed. I was thinking that maybe it had something to do with the USB port I was plugging the sound system into. And so I tried to plug it in a USB port I thought would be a higher bit rate one. And I didn't have a single problem last show. So it does seem to be better, but not fixed. So I'm going to try a different cable. We're going to see how that works. And then we'll hunt down the problem eventually, though. At least we know how to fix it now. So 1988 or 1989, Dusty, you were 14. Okay. Was there a question before that? I always turn my guitar amp off before I unplug it from the wall because you could really shock yourself. Yeah, my brother used to tell me a story when I was a kid that I now know is bullshit. Now that I'm an adult, but I believe when I was a kid that this guy had this electric guitar, and I guess there was a short in the wire or something, and it sent too much electricity to it. So he went to play it, and he cut all his fingers off, which is, you know, ridiculous. But that's what he told me, and I believed it. Putting in extra work, hell yeah, man. I've been working hard. I've been working on my book, too. I finally figured out an ending to my book. By the way, if you guys want to support the show, a great way to do it would be to buy my book. There's a link in the description of this video to the Harrowing Tales of Woke, which is good, and you should do that. Here's the video right here. Oh, ridiculous, but that's what he told me talking. Click on the more, And anyway, you can buy it, like click on that. It's like $20, and I autograph it, and it's gonna be real. I'm still working on it though. I've worked so hard on the ending of it, but I finally figured out what I want the ending to be. But then, of course, there's always fucking something. You would think these AI programs would be very simple to use. You could just type in whatever you want them to create, and they just create that. Sometimes it works that way, but usually it does not. They have their own language that you have to try to figure out to kind of fool them into doing what you want them to do. And I still have not been able to fool them into creating the pictures that I want them to create for the ending of my book. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. So, but I'm still working on it, folks. And so buy it. And so help me out. And all right, let's see. What you guys said. Oh, I was going to tell you about a movie I watched since this show's ending. If you guys bail out, please hit the like button before you go. It was called 3,000 Years of Longing. And, like, it's not the greatest movie in the world. I had never heard of it, though. So I had no expectations whatsoever. And there are some parts of this movie that are really spectacular. It's beautifully shot. Now, it is kind of slow, and it's like one of those feely movies where they do a lot of talking and shit. But, like, I had no expectations. So the few scenes that were spectacular kind of stood out to me. I thought it was all right. I watched the Emily the Criminal. Like, I like Audrey, whatever her name is, but this was not a good movie. I didn't think I started watching this Breaking movie, but I fell asleep, so I can't tell you. Started watching Confess Fletch. Apparently, they rebooted the Fletch series with Don Draper. It seemed okay. I only watched like the first 30 minutes of it, and I fell asleep. So I'm old. I need to finish the movies, and I haven't watched this show yet. So I did. I started watching Speak No Evil, but it was annoying. It's some kind of horror shit, and one of the guys was a douchebag, and he was annoying me, so I was like, I'm not watching this movie anymore. So anyway, that's what I've been up to this week. Oh, also I watched Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in 3D. And I'd already seen it once in like 2D. And I know people make fun of me for, 3D, that's like a gimmick that died out. And it did. But man, that movie was made for fucking 3D. It made it so much better. And like I have kind of the Uber 3D setup. I kind of live my life by the ideology that I'm an experience machine. That's my entire purpose of being here. And so if I have to choose, I want to be able to experience things in the best way that I possibly can. So I min-max things. I try to, when I have an experience, make it the best I can possibly make it, within my budget and the realm of possibility. So I bought a 110-inch, you can see it over there. See over there on my screen, it's a 110-inch projector screen. Why? I have a projector on the ceiling up there. Anyway, it's up there. And it's actually a really good projector. It's a laser projector. It's one of the brand new ones they just put out. For the money, I think it's just about the best projector you can get in its class. But it's a laser projector, and it's moved the absolute perfect ideal distance from the screen. You can move it to where you want it to, but there's a perfect spot according to the specifications of the projector. I have moved to the exact inch, and I have my screen dropped to where it's eye level, because eye level is how you best experience 3D. That's how the technology was created. So I have everything set up for the optimal 3D experience. And man, it really was amazing watching that movie in 3D. So I wish they would bring 3D movies back. But you can't actually get a couple of them. Like, they make a couple a year. Like, they released the Multiverse of Madness in 3D, and they released the Eternals, which is pretty new in 3D. That Shin, the 8 Rings or 12 Rings movie, they released that in 3D. So they do still release 3 or 4 of them in a year. This is Pillow Talk Dusty. I know it's a little after conversation. I'm all stoned and talkative. So, great kitties. Yeah, we got some pretty kitties in the background. Let's see over here. Boom. Yeah, we got Miss Big Fat Katana here. My big fat possum girl. We got some half stash here. We got a pretty boy over here. Got a Misty you can barely see over there. And Cece's over there, but she ain't getting no airtime. So, what she going to? Alright, I guess BJ Novak's Vengeance was a cool movie. I don't know if are you asking me this as a joke? Because you asked me this a couple times before and I answered. So I think you must be just doing this as a joke. But yes, I did see it, and as I said the other times, and has Ashton Kutcher in it. It's about death. It was okay. Love you, man. I'm gonna have to go to Mississippi soon if you don't mind. Hey, Mississippi's cool. People are pretty friendly here overall. Our friends get 3D movies from other countries. Are they like American movies from other countries? I have a huge collection. I have probably one of the biggest collections in the world, I would have to say, of 3D movies. In fact, I may have told you guys this before, but for some reason, there's not a lot of places online that you can legally get 3D movies. And I have like 10 times more 3D movies than the only other place that you can legally get 3D movies is. So I have a lot. Have you seen Black Phone? I have seen Black Phone. It's pretty good. Not too bad. For a tyke movie, it's all tyke. And once you go tyke, your money takes a hike. Everybody knows that. Looking forward to the book, Dusty. Hey, I look forward to finishing it. Hopefully the AI programs will either improve or I will figure them out. I read that. I want to meet up with you, if you don't mind. I'd go for like 2 or 3 days. No, don't come here for 2 or 3 days. No offense. If you want to stop in the area and have lunch sometime, I'll stop and have lunch with you. But don't come here for 2 or 3 days because I absolutely would not hang out with you for 2. No offense. I love you, but I just, I don't do that. What? I don't know what the question was. What's your favorite movie genre? Oh, I like a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. I'm pretty open-minded. As long as it's a good movie. I got 5 movies with a D. Is that code for dick? Because I got a lot more than that. Actually, I don't have any. There's no reason to download more movies anymore. It's all free online. Untaken. Okay, no problem. They got Squirrels and a Rabbit I watched. You need to watch Heredity in 3D. All right, I'll try to find it. All right, folks. I am going to get the fuck out of here and quit talking. Thank you for everybody who supported the show tonight. You've been very generous. It's been real fun hanging out with you. Please hit the like button before you go. I would very much appreciate it. I'll be back on Monday? Yeah, it's the weekend, so enjoy that shit and come back in 3 days. Hang out with me again. Love the shit out of you guys. Appreciate you. See you Monday. Let's play a little wobble wobble. Let's play the video again because I like this video. I made this video. I went and found public domain footage. If a movie is like more than, 60 years old, it's in public domain. So I wanted to make a video for this song, but I didn't know what I was going to do. So I just went and watched a shit ton of public domain footage, and I saw this clip, and I was like, holy shit, that's perfect. I can match it up with this song so perfect. It's going to be cool, and I think it really turned out good. I'm proud of it. I only got 5,000 views, so that's why I don't make music and videos like this, because nobody actually gives a shit. But anyway, it was fun to make. Here you go.
here's